Asante, naona wageni wetu wote wamefika. Our guests are all here and we are very excited that you've joined us finally. We have been waiting for quite a while. Alright, so at this juncture, ningependa tusimame for the national anthem and the East African anthem. Let us be upstanding.
Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tukimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Asante. Tukiwa tumesimama, ningependa kumwalika Jack Odhiambo aweze kutufungulia kwa maombi.
Yes, let us believe as we pray. Father in heaven, in the name of Jesus Christ, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this afternoon that you have given us. We thank you for this great day. As we are gathered here, Jehovah God, it is by your grace, and we submit before you, just giving thanks to your holy name and your holy presence, which has been sustaining us and covering us, O God. We thank you for the safe travels in this place, and we thank you even for the host of this event, Jehovah God. Our Father and our God, we thank you for every partner present today. We thank you because of our youths and even the farmers, O God. We pray that this event, as we start, as we also remember the International Day of Potato, a crop which you have given us to help us address food security and even hunger issues, O God. As we deliberate, as we discuss everything, we really desire that, Jehovah God, may your wisdom help us so that every plan that we shall put in place, it may come into fulfillment, Jehovah God. We really desire that this industry will spur up, and we know, Jehovah God, that we are going somewhere as a nation. Father Lord, we pray this morning that you help us in this session, and also we commit tomorrow's session to you. Be glorified, and we thank you because even of our guests today. This is our prayer this morning, this hour, because we believe in you, in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
At this juncture, to get us started, please allow me to invite the host of this place. You know, in African society, you have to know who the owner of the home is, and to know whether the owner has allowed you to be in their home. True or false? Come on, talk to me, people. Ukienda kwa mtu, ubishe mlango, alafu nani atakufungulia? Si ni mwenyeji?
Our chief guest, Madam Charlene Ruto, CEO National Potato Council of Kenya, Mr. Washira, distinguished guests, esteemed partners, farmers and exhibitors, colleagues and friends. Good afternoon. On behalf of Kalro, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this Marindas Center. And I'm honored to be here today to mark this important occasion, honoring the International Day of Potatoes, 2025 National Potato Conference Trade Fair 2025. It's a privilege to us as Kalro Molo to host this important gathering under the theme Shaping History, Feeding the Future, and the sub-theme Empowering Generation, Youth Innovation and Sustainability in Potato Farming. This is more of just a celebration. It's also a milestone towards collective journey in transforming Kenya's agriculture. Today, we are not simply recognizing the value chain of potato, we are affirming its growing importance in national food security, economic empowerment and sustainability of livelihood. What was once seen as a seasonal crop has become a reliable, staple food in many households in Kenya, providing nutrition and income across rural and urban areas. We are proudly We have proudly supported this transformation at Kalro, especially at the Kalro Moral Center, through strategic research and innovation. We have continued to promote the development of the potato value chain. We particularly acknowledge the work at Kalro Tikoni in seed production, which has been instrumental in expanding clean planting material for farmers. At our Kalro Center, traditionally we are known in leadership in periclam research. We have intentionally diversified our efforts to include potatoes and other strategic crops. This integrated approach is already bearing fruits, contributing to the economic well-being of farmers and showcasing the potential of complementary value chain working in synergy. To the youth with us today, the future is in your hands. Agriculture is no longer just an option. It's a vibrant, innovative, and rewarding sector. This forum allows you to explore the many opportunities in agri-business research, technology, and enterprise. We are delighted to host you and hope your time here will be productive, inspiring, and memorable. Once again, our chief guest, I want to welcome you to Kalro Marindas. Thank you for joining us, and let us shape history together by growing potatoes, cultivating prosperity, and feeding the future of Kenya. Karibuni sana, and thank you.
So at this juncture, please allow me to invite our convener for this particular event, and that is the NPCK, and allow me to invite Mr. Henry Chenjo, who is the Value Chain Manager, NPCK, to come and make a few remarks. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Our chief guest, distinguished guests, partners, farmers, research, and also the friends of potato industry. Good afternoon. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this important Youth Day event as we usher in the celebration of International Day of Potato 2025. Today, we come together not to recognize the remarkable contribution of potato, food security, employment creation, and economic growth, but also reaffirm our shared commitment to strengthening the importance of potato value chains and also empowering and actively involving youth in all the stages of the potato value chains. The potato is the second most important food crop after maize, and supporting millions of Kenyans across the country. As a Potato Council, we are a multi-stakeholder organization and also established to coordinate activities along the potato value chain. Yet, we have only scratched the surface. The potato subsector holds immense untapped opportunities in the seed potato production, value chain, value addition, export potential, and also climate resilient farming. By investing in and empowering our youth, we can harness these opportunities and transform them into real sustainable impact for communities and the nation at large. At National Potato Council of Kenya, we firmly believe that the future of the potato industry lies in the hands of the youth. And this is together as our stakeholders, the government, private sectors, and also our partners in potato industries, we come together to empower youth through mentorship, access to finance, and also enabling environment for all youth-led agri-businesses. As we reflect on the achievements and persistent challenges in the potato subsector, today be the forum for dialogue, learning, and action. Together, we unlock full potential of potato to drive inclusive growth, nutrition, and resilience in our agriculture. On behalf of the National Potato Council of Kenya, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our financiers, development partners, for the generous support. Your investment in this event is not just a financial, it is a powerful statement of trust in potential of our youth to drive agriculture, ensuring food security, economic growth, and employment opportunities. To all the youths, people today, you have a future of agriculture. You are the present, not the future, because you hold the future of our agriculture. Take your place in the value chain, bring innovation in the field, and let the voice of the food systems we need. At National Potato Council of Kenya, we fully committed to supporting and working together with the youth in venturing into agribusiness in potato industry. Let us remember, agriculture is not a setback plan. It is a forward plan. Potato is a humble crop, yet powerful. It is a perfect place to start your journey in investing as an agribusiness. May this Youth Day inspire action, ambition, and lasting impact. Thank you so much.
Sante, let's give a better round of applause to Henry. Thank you, Henry, for reminding us that agriculture is not a fallback plan, it is the plan. All right, so at this juncture, I'd like to invite our next speaker. These are our partners on different ongoing projects around potato in the country. Please allow me to invite a gentleman I have met for a very long time. I know he speaks for 24 hours straight without stopping, but he promised me today he will speak shortly. Allow me to invite the country programs lead for AGRA, that is Mr. Edward Agaba. Karibu Bwana Agaba. Let's give a round of applause.
To all our distinguished guests, stakeholders, partners, hamjambo. Allow me to recognize my colleagues from AGRA that I came with to attend this function. In the house we have 4 distinguished AGRA staff, led by Dr. Jane Ininda, stand again front. Jane, you can wave at the people. Dr. Jane Ininda is our queen of seed, and she loves potato. And we have Dr. Francis Mwatuni, who is also the head of seed systems at AGRA. And we have Dr. Amos Ngwira, who is the head of agronomy. And we also have Professor Kresh Nordin Haji, who is our head for extension, our chief VBA. That said, I come from a country where we eat bananas and potatoes. When we don't have bananas, when we don't have matoke, we normally switch to potatoes. And therefore today is a very special day for me because we are celebrating food. We are celebrating a crop that we value so much as a community. Today being a day that we are celebrating the youth, allow me address the young people who are here today with us. Youth, unlike other dimensions of identity, of human identity, like gender, is temporary in nature. It's a temporary phase in life. You know, some of us who are here who are not necessarily youth, we were youth at one time in our lives, although we are no longer youth. So it's a transitional stage in life. Unlike other things like gender, I cannot claim that I was once female, but I can claim that I was once youth. So it's important to understand that we need to use this temporary phase of life to make the most out of it, because it won't last forever. It will be just a matter of years, and it will be like some of us. So we need to think about how are we taking advantage of our youth, or what we call the age advantage. How are we taking advantage of our ability to be technologically proficient more than any other age categories? How are we taking advantage of our innovation, our ability to adapt to changing circumstances, skills, and education, and our positive energy, our vibe, what we call vibe these days, our positive vibes. How are we taking advantage of all this energy that we have, and the skills that we have, and the knowledge that we have as young people? How are we taking advantage of our entrepreneurial spirit? So we need to make a solid foundation for our older age, and the time to do that is now. So let's think about that as young people today, and as well as tomorrow. A lot of documents say that the median age of Kenyans is 19 years, which is right at the center of being youth. But we also know that the average age of a Kenyan farmer is 61 years. So we are having a very elderly farming group, and then we also have, a very young population as a country. So it is important that we focus on how we make young people, who are the majority as per the median age of this country, to get interested and involved in agriculture. And that's why I'm very grateful to the organizers of this event to have selected this day and the theme of today to celebrate young people in agriculture. The potato industry, that or value chain that we are celebrating today and tomorrow, offers significant opportunities for young people to create employment. Right from seed multiplication, to farming, to aggregation, to marketing. There are so many opportunities that as young people we can take advantage of. This week we have had an opportunity as ABRA to visit Nandi County, and thanks to our implementing partners, the National Potato Council and your consortium members, Egerton University and Kalro. We've had the opportunity to visit Nandi County, and we have met farmers. I'm happy to see Nelson here in the room, Nelson Korir. We've met a number of farmers, and we've learned a number of things. We learned from one of the farmers, Theophilus Kemboi, that it's actually possible to make more than 400,000 Kenyan shillings from potatoes, from growing 1 acre of potatoes in twice a year. That you can actually make 400,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, if you think of it, that is actually way above the minimum wage in this country. There is actually money in potatoes. So let's think about this opportunity. Someone said farming is the plan, and indeed it shouldn't be plan B. It should actually be plan A. So our potato value chain unlocks a number of opportunities for young people, and someone could actually make money out of it, as you heard from the story of Theophilus Kemboi in Nandi. There are also opportunities in scaling up digital agriculture in the potato value chain that young people can take advantage of. Someone once said that Once in your life you need a doctor. You also need a lawyer once in a while in your life. You might also need a policeman, services of a policeman once in a while, in as much as it is not highly recommended, but sometimes you need the services. You also need the services of a preacher once in a while in your life. But every day, 3 times, you need services or products of a farmer. Now you know where the demand is. You know who is needed more in this life that we are in. I'm not sure it is the policeman or the politician or the lawyer or the preacher. It's actually the farmer. Even as we are sitting here today, I'm sure we are very comfortable because we know that later on, at some point, there is a plan to interact with the farmer or the products, made by the farmer. So if you are a young person and you are looking for a job, look no further. You know where services are needed. You know where products are needed, and that's at the farm. That is the farmer. You will not need to look for a job if you get involved in farming, but the market will look for you or will look for your products. I want to thank you very much and thank once again our implementing partners, the National Potato Council of Kenya, and on behalf of AGRA and on behalf of my colleagues who are here, we pledge our support to continue supporting the potato value chain in Kenya, and I wish you a successful 2 days. Asante sana.
Asante. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Agaba. Thank you so much. And thank you for that reminder that there's money in agriculture. We are always asking ourselves that question. How many people are normally asking themselves, hii pesa ya agriculture iko wapi? Nani huwa wanajiuliza? Oh, nyinyi mmepata hiyo pesa? Niko na wadosi hapa. Alright, kuna mtu anajiuliza hapo kama mimi. Alright, so we want to hear from the next partner, and that is the KNAF, Kenya National Farmers Federation. Please allow me to invite Divina to come and give her remarks. Let's give a round of applause to Divina. Tumpigieni makofi mazuri. Akija kutuambia mawili matatu kuhusu KNAF.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, all the invited guests, the youth, the old, and the young, very young peoples there. We are glad to share with you this day. We are glad to celebrate with you. As KNAF stands for the Kenya National Farmers Federation, and NPCK is one of our members. We are proud of NPCK on the work that they are doing with the potato farmers. I know for the young people, it's important that even as we celebrate you today, and as we plan that, how are you empowered along the value chain? What are the issues around the potato farming? Where did the potato farming begin from? And a key question to ask is, how many of us as young, I think there are like 50% of young people here, how many of us know about the Irish grape famine? How many of us have that idea? That alone really opens the door for us to know what are these challenges that as young farmers and even as potato farmers that we are facing, and how can we be able to work towards eliminating or mitigating these many challenges. So as a federation, and on behalf of the CEO and the board of our Kenya National Farmers Federation, my short speech today will be on the youth, empowering the youth. The youth, we were told right from when we are babies that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. So I know the youth normally ask themselves, kwani sisi ni viongozi kweli? But then it's all about leadership in leadership per se, as being a CEO, being a governor, being a CCM. You are a leader in your own way. You can make yourself a leader. You can start today and you can always be a leader. Just imagine the many young people who have developed different apps, different innovations that have made even marketing of the potato very easy, have made every aspect of the potato farming and different other value chains much, much easier. Those are the leaders we are talking about. So young people, don't ask yourself, why are you not the governor? The farmer is everyone. How many of us have been eaten today? Do we have anyone who hasn't eaten? We all ate before we came here, we have eaten here. And believe me, you cannot stay without eating. So the young farmers that we celebrate today, all we can tell you is that it's a task, and a great task, to shape the future, to feed the future. For me, I decided to change that. Yes, we are shaping history, but we want to shape the future too. We want to feed the future. We want to look at food nutrition and food security. And that is where the young people are going to be the leaders. It's not about being a governor, being all those, but then being the leaders in the agriculture. It's agriculture that is keeping us here. It's agriculture that is the real income earner in this country. I think the MC has just asked, where do we get the money? Are we seeing the money? Yes, we see the money. We grew up, most of us, or most of you grew up, raised up from money that was coming from farming, from agriculture. So that is the reason we are here also. So young people feel empowered. As a federation, we are empowering the young people through mentoring programs. We are also having what we call the Kenaf Young, where we have the exchange visits to German. So if you want to have an exchange visit, learn what the German farmers, young farmers are doing, we'll always offer the opportunity. Thank you so much. I wish to appreciate NPCK for this planning and all the other partners who joined in the planning and made this a success. May you be blessed. And the young people, ongera sana. I know you are doing great out there. We celebrate you. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. Let's give a round of applause to Divina. Clearly you guys do not want to go to Germany. Give her a better round of applause. There you go. So they will come to your booth. Or how do we reach out on that Germany plan? I'm also youthful in my heart. Okay, we will come see you. All right, so I'd like to invite the next partner, and that is FIPS. And I'd like to invite the Potato Program Coordinator, Mr. James Ngoge, to come and give us a few remarks. Bwana Ngoge, karibu sana from FIPS.
Good afternoon. Just maybe to start, Raymond Koje is my name. I work with Ngoge. Ngoge is my colleague. He is at the exhibition tent. I work for FIPS Africa, Farm Input Promotions Africa, an organization that work with young farmers and by extension the smallholder farmers. It's a not-for-profit organization. In Kenya, we work across 16 counties. And it's FIPS Africa because we also help other 18 countries to implement our model. And basically that is the VBA small pack model. Now, when we speak about youths, as an individual, I'm crossing that bridge this year. And I was lucky that I got a formal employment 12 years ago. But then I always keep wondering that I might not be the best person out there. How about those people who are probably better than me, but don't have a formal employment? So when we talk about young people, I become passionate because of that. I count myself lucky because I was able to get a place. What about the other people out there who might be better than me but didn't really get a place? Now, as FIPS, we see young people as having the energy to be able to contribute something to this community. And basically what we do is to help them with the technical knowledge, help them with the business skills, and most importantly, help them with the startup kit so that they are able to, implement, they are able to grow something and use that income to cater for their various needs. Our focus is on the rural youths. We also working with the urban youths, and at this moment we've started working with the technical colleges, basically to help them adapt adapt their curriculum so that they can be able to be practical and offer those life-changing skills with the young people while still they are in colleges. So that's what we do as FIPS, and we have a vision that in the next 5 years we'll be able to help 650,000 young people be in agribusiness. Currently at the moment we work with about 200,000 young people in Kenya and helping them grow in business. 4,000 of them at the moment are able to earn something from their agricultural activities that they engage in. Potato is one of, I would say, the priority areas that we engage the young people in. And that is mainly because we work in the Rift and we also work in the central, upper eastern, that's Meru. And then when you go to the western Kenya, when you go to the coastal area, we engage young people through chicken, that's basically the poultry value chain. And we also engage them in growing fodder for areas that are pro-dairy. And finally, we also help them grow vegetable. So those are 3 basic, quick to turn around value chains or priority areas that we use to engage the youth. I will post there. We will have much interactions when you are able to visit our booth. At the moment, we're talking more of the potato root cuttings, agricultural cuttings, and I've seen a number of technologies around that with other partners. So feel free to visit us at the booth. Otherwise, thank you very much, and I'm really proud to be part of this event on behalf of FIPS Africa. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Let's give a round of applause to Raymond. Thank you so much. Raymond, you passed that this year. I passed it 2 years ago. Now I am a senior citizen. All right, so please allow me now to invite the next speaker, and that is the CEO of NPCK, who will give us a few more remarks, and then he will welcome for us the CEC from Nakuru. So let's give a round of applause to Mr. Wachira Kagom, to our CEO. Thank you so much. Karibu Bwana Wachira.
Hamjamboni. Hamjamboni tena. Our guests, partners, farmers, and colleagues, I'm happy to be here with you to celebrate the humble potato. Potato is normally called humble because it comes in so many ways. It feeds many, many families, households. It has a lot of potential in terms of industrialization, and this is what National Potato Council stands for. Of course, with our partners. And we are happy to have such strong partners who, together, we continue to transform the industry for it to feed and contribute much more than it is doing. We are estimating by now it's contributing about $70 billion to the economy. We expect, through support, through technologies, innovations that everybody is talking about here, we should be able to go to 150 to 250 billions in terms of contribution. And of course, we expect the youth to have a share of that. Sio nzuri? Wana youth, si lazima utafute kate keki yako hapo kidogo. So that's why we are here, and that's why we are creating partnership. Currently, what you are getting from potato is only mineral food and chips and crisps generally. But when you go to these developed countries, Europe, USA, you find that there are so many products, outputs, that can be made from potatoes. And these are the areas where we believe our youth can play a big, big role and making business, through making business. Hatutaki mulime vile tulikuwa wazee wetu walilima ama vile sisi tumekuwa tukilima. We want you to use technologies. That way it will work for you and you make money. And that's why we continue to partner with more and more organizations so that we are able to bring to you the knowledge and skills. And also you network. That's why we have this kind of events. From Monday to yesterday, I was in Uganda attending what we call Africa Potato Association Conference, which is held every 3 years. Again, through this, it allows us to meet more people, to discuss more people, and see more technologies, and then bring them here to you. And this is how we can grow. I like what has been said by other speakers about agriculture being the focus, not an alternative. And I can assure you, out there, there is a lot of business from agriculture, and more so from potato. Even farming alone. And this is what we should change. And that's what we are trying to help our youth change the mindset to see agriculture as a business, to go to university to study agriculture, not to be thrown to agriculture faculty because you applied for medicine, for vets, but you are not able to fit there, then you are thrown to agriculture because that's what is available. And actually that's what happened with me. That was not my target, but today I'm happy. We want, from the beginning, you target farming because there is money. And if you want to know there is money in agriculture and more so in potato, look at the major seed producers in this country. Kisima, Agrico, and Fresh Crop, and I think Agrico, Kisima, Fresh Crop. Yeah, those are the main one. Kirinyaga is coming in. You'll see the origin, if you may use that word, is foreign countries, which means there they know, we don't. So, can we now learn from them? We see and understand there is money in this, and also we practice. And National Potato Council with partners, we are ready to help you, to handhold you. That's why we are doing all what it takes to bring you on board. Ndiyo tuende pamoja. And I'm happy, for example, National Potato Council, we have staff here from National Potato Council. Can you stand, all of you? Please. First, to appreciate you for what you have done. Not all of them are here, but the sample that is here, you can see. I'm the only mzee in Potato Council. All of them are, I think, maybe Henry, you are Chemjo, you are about to to close, not yet. Most of them are young. And we want you also to join that potato space and more. And that's why we continue looking for technologies which can be attractive to you, which will make you be able to earn. That's why we have through Viazi Soko, digital platform. We have what we call VBA, village-based advisors. These are young or youthful farmers, and they are earning commission for helping at least farmers or on-board farmers into their Soko, and also when they help farmers order seed, order fertilizer, order agrochemicals, they get a commission. Currently we have about 150. We are targeting to have up to 400 across the countries. And we are happy that we've been supported by Agra on this. And we are working with partners like Kalro. Kalro is our partner in many things. We are happy. So Dr. Rusike accepts our position that we are doing a lot with you. And county governments. Nakuru, we have done a lot with them. Nyandarua, Meru, Marakwet, Nandi, Laikipia. All these potato producing counties, they are our members, and we work with them. And we want to be close to the farmers. And that's why we are here. Last year, we went to Nyandarua for this event, International Potato Day, International Day of Potato. This year we are here, next year we'll go somewhere else. But it's also important to tell you that we are lucky to have been given opportunity to host the World Potato Congress, which was almost slipping away. It's back to Kenya, na kwa hayo tunaweza kujipigia makofi tafadhali. Next year, that is 2026, World Potato Congress will be here, most likely in Nakuru, Naivasha. That's great. Most likely I said, but we are most likely. Yeah, most likely is most likely. Because there are facilities and we have quite a number of hotels. So during that time, we expect more technologies to be showcased, more partnership, and Kenya will be in the map of potato. And with those few remarks, please, let's do what it takes to change our mindset. This Mama Viazi, I don't know whether she is here. Maybe she'll be coming tomorrow. Dina, who says that for every good relationship, every relationship between a wife and a husband starts, or even spouses, or even girlfriends, starts with a plate of chips. So you can see the value of chips. Chips is quite variable in our life, and we should honor that and believe in it. So thank you very much, and let me take this opportunity to invite the CC, Bonabon, who we are working with a lot. Asante sana. Karibu.
All the guests present here today, the partners present, wakulima, hamjambo, good afternoon. Situsalimiane hivi, najua tumenyamaza kidogo. This is a very important day for us as a county of Nakuru because of hosting this very important event. Nafikiria for the first time, Bwana CEO, such events imekuwa ikifanyika mbali ama with around cities, but I think now we are doing justice for our farmers that we are bringing it to mahali wakulima wako. Si wakulima mmefurahi? Are you happy that we are hosting such event here? So kabla sijasema mengi, I want to recognize waziri from Elgeyo Marakwet ambaye tu atasema hi. Sema tu jambo. It's good to recognize because I know program ikienda tutakuwa tumesonga. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Edwin. He has come all the way from Elgeyo Marakwet just to see what you are doing. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. Our chief guest, the CEO and NBCK, board members, my colleague CEC, thank you for donating your 2 minutes for me. Farmers, and they're now the real farmers who are the youth. Good afternoon. Mungu ni mwema. Kuna mtu alisema hivyo, Mungu ni mwema. God is good all the time. My name, I am Edwin Gibor. I am the CEC responsible for agriculture, livestock, fisheries and irrigation, county government of Elgeyo Marakwet. My governor is Wesley Rotich. Allow me, the chief guest, to recognize our board members for NBCK who are here. Wasimame tu waonekane because we have board members here, we have the chair there. They can wave so that you see. Those are the board members supporting the CEO. Thank you so much. I have come here today as a board member. That's one. Two, as a CEC from a county, from a potato growing county. Because Elgeyo Marakwet is one among the leading counties in potato growing. Three, to support the youth. Na kuambia that agribusiness is the way to go. Two, if we grow potatoes, we have a long value chain for potatoes. From the farming to value addition will create a lot of employment. So the young people, let us embrace potato farming, let us embrace agriculture, because all of us will not be employed formally. So kuongezea mengi, I want just to ask and to request the CEO, because you say you will be hosting next year, we will be doing potato congress in Naivasha, which is Nakuru County. They had a small one because Elgeyo Marakwet is one of the smallest counties in Kenya. The small one, which is International Potato Day, bring to Elgeyo Marakwet. Unaonaje? Sio ikuwe yetu kweli Elgeyo Marakwet. Ama nini? Because I am the only CC here. When you will be utaambia wanaongelezea our chief guest alafu aseme vitu tu hapa, mambo yetu itakuwa sawa kama Elgeyo Marakwet. So sina mengi ya kuongezea, tufanye kazi. Because I want to tell the young people, let us not complain, and request the old men. Let us give the young people space. Let us give them. The land we have. If we have 5 acres, let us share. Give them 3 acres. Remain with 1 acre as old men. Because let us not only with the to the land and we are not utilizing. Number two, the young people can access internet, can go to Google and get the latest information on agriculture. Sisi wazee hatupatiyo, si ni kweli? So let us allow them, give us the best. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana. Asante sana waziri. Kawaida wale wanaongoza ndio wanaanziwa, ndio wale wadogo wafuate. Na it's good also you mentioned that you are among. Should have mentioned you are among wale wanalima viazi. Practically the leading is this county, the way we are now, Nakuru County. I don't you know that ama wakulima si ndivyo? Let me say that on behalf of the county government of Nakuru and Her Excellency the Governor, I'm delighted and honored to welcome you all to the second celebration of the International Day of Potato being held here in Nyota Ward, Kuresoi North. We are proud to host this landmark event in a region that is not only rich in agricultural potential, but also home to some of the most resilient, hard-working potato farmers in the country. Today, as we celebrate the resilience of the potato crop, we are reminded of the central role these humble tubers play in our food systems, our rural economies, and our national development. The potato has stood the test of time, providing nutrition, income, and livelihood to millions, especially in highlands regions like ours. This year's theme, Shaping History, Feeding the Future, focuses on celebrating resilience, creating awareness, enhancing the potato business, and above all, empowering our youth through showcasing innovations, products, and services in the potato value chain. And that is why I'm particularly pleased to see strong participation of the youth, especially the 4K Club. Wale watoto ambao wanasoma ambao wako hapa, situwapigie makofi jamii. Because the role that 4K Club plays in our country, that is how we nurture them, so that it will not be too late for us to tell people to join agriculture. And I must say this, Bwana CEO, that I think now we are taking agriculture to the next level by putting the youth in the center of this transformation agenda, especially on potato value chain, because it is key for us. The future of agriculture lies in the hands of our youth. They are energetic, creative, tech-savvy, and full of potential. In Nakuru County, we believe to unlock the next level of agriculture transformation, we must fully involve young people at all stages of value chain, from production, post-harvest management, value addition, to marketing. There are numerous opportunities in which our young people can be able to tap into. Several digital solutions have been developed that provide real-time information for our farmers, for business people, so that this value chain can really thrive. Our youth are not just leaders of tomorrow, they are the change makers of today. That is why the county government of Nakuru has actively involved the 4K clubs and young farmers clubs in this year's International Day of Potato. Through these platforms, we are nurturing an early interest in agriculture among the school-going children. We call upon all the stakeholders, government agencies, NGOs, research institutions, private sector, players, and community organizations to work collaboratively with the youth, engage them, mentor them, support them. Let us create a strong ecosystem where young people can see the future of agribusiness. Not as a fallback, but as a first choice. I think that one has been emphasized, and we still emphasize that we need to make this a business for our people, especially the youth. The county government of Nakuru continues to partner with schools in monitoring agricultural clubs and school gardens under the 4K Club initiatives. These programs not only impact practical agricultural skills, but also foster responsibility. In addition to school-based programs, the county government is actively involving our school youth, the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, that is now CDP, that was recently launched. And I think this is one of the programs also that are geared to support the young people. And in this room, we have our agripreneurs who are really helping us to do the extension work. I don't know where the agripreneurs are. Agripreneurs wetu vijana nafikiria bado wako pale nje. Asante sana. These are the youth that are engaged and have been trained to offer extension services in the communities. The county also offers practical learning opportunities for students from agricultural college and universities. We have consistently provided space for internship and attachment, equipping them with hands-on experience in real agricultural settings. Beyond agriculture, the county government has continued ICT hubs, providing training in digital freelancing and other ICT-based programs. We have also launched youth business mentorship, established TVET institutions, and set up empowering centers. My department ensures that youth are engaged in all county programs, including flagship projects, which are intentional, involving them during procurement and all other programs. As we commemorate this day, I encourage all of us to reflect on the journey of the potato crop, from the soil to the plate, and more importantly, on how we can make the potato value chain more inclusive, innovative, and sustainable. Let us celebrate the resilience of this vital crop. Let us build awareness around its potential. Let us champion the empowerment of our youth. And above all, let us commit to working together to build a brighter, food secure, and future Nakuru and for Kenya. Bwana CEO, nikimalizia, where we are, mahali tuko hapa, is a rich agricultural area. Hapa ndio production nyingi za viazi zinatoka. The Kuresois, Molo, Joro. I know your network. Najua ile network yako ni kubwa. Wewe najua ni regional, you are regional. Tukiweza pata ile inaitwa Center of Excellence, mahali hao watu watakuja wanajifunza mambo mingi katika sehemu hii, na vile itakuwa mzuri sana, including our kids, our youth and every other person. So enda ukifikiria hivyo, tukiweza pata Center of Excellence hapa karibu, itakuwa mzuri sana ili tuweze kusaidia wakulima wetu. That is how we can tap into reach these young people to be able to mentor them at such a tender age. So najua hiyo ukisema neno moja sisi tutakuwa tumepona sehemu hii. So with those few remarks, mimi sitaki kuongea mengi. I just want to take this opportunity to be able to invite our chief guest to be able also to address us. Na karibu sana. We feel honored being with our farmers from the region. Karibu sana our chief guest. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. Ningependa tusimame. DJ kidogo. Wacha upendo ukituzunguka, kila mtu amesimama. Ya mwisho ndio hiyo. Halafu ya mwisho sasa ndio hii. Weka sana mna hii. Weka sana. Kila mtu weka sana mna hii. Halafu weka simu. Weka simu juu ya saa. Piga simu. Piga simu. Piga simu. Kama. Haya, tunamaliza na zote. Are you ready? Twende namna hii. Twende wapi? Twende chini. Zunguka. Ya mwisho tena, twende. Twende. Zunguka. Alafu weka saa. Twende, weka saa. Weka simu. Piga simu. Asante sana DJ. Karibu.
Asante, wapi makofi ya MC, anafanya kazi nzuri sana. Thank you so much. Vijana hi. Vijana wako wapi? Unajua nilikuwa nimekaa chini sikuona the percentage. Wangapi wako below 35? It is not 50%, it is 70%. So tujipigie makofi kama vijana. Tumefika hapa leo, and thank you for NPCK, Mr. Washira and your team, for having a day to celebrate young people in the potato value chain. Thank you to the CC and the government of Nakuru County for having us, and our visitors from Elgeyo Marakwet, natoka Uasin Gishu, so that is our sister county, Kokaribu na Sisi, and to all the visitors all the partners, tumeshukuru sana. So allow me to stand on the already established protocol. For me, I really wanted to make my interest clear. Pengine mnashanga mbona msichana amekuja hapa leo. Number one, ni mambo ya vijana. Tuko na Smarks Foundation na nataka watu wote wako part of Smarks Foundation wasimame na wapongeze mkono. Tuko na timu yetu kutoka Smarks Foundation. Au ni watu tunafanya kazi nao. And at Smarks Foundation, our vision is youth-led, climate-smart, agricultural renaissance. Mnaweza kumbuka hiyo yote? Mnaweza sema na mimi? Let's say youth-led, climate-smart, agricultural renaissance. Kama mtasahau yoyote, the two parts I want you to remember is number one, we are youth-led. As young people, we are leading not tomorrow, not today, now. Sawa. Now the last part, renaissance. Renaissance inamaanisha kuzaliwa tena. So we want the agriculture sector to be born again. How will the agriculture sector be born again? Ni kama sisi kama vijana, tukiwa part of it. There's something we say in our circles of young people. We say attendance is not participation. Participation is not representation. Representation is not engagement. Engagement is not action. And action is not impact. Sawa. Today we have attended, we have participated. I am excited we are going to engage young people through the pitch competition. But kutoka leo, I want you to go and think what is going to be my action and my impact. Sawa. Aya, that is the first reason I am here, because we are leading young people in the agriculture space. The second reason I am here, leo ni International Day of Potato, sindio? Na tulikuwa Nairobi na the team before when we had the first celebration. So the reason I'm very interested and excited about this, Mr. Washira said, watu wakiwa kwa relationship, some husband and wife, they do it over a plate of chips. Now for me, chips is my favorite food. Napenda chipo sana sana sana. I can't go 2 days without eating chips. So much so kuna rafiki yangu siku moja aliniambia, wewe vile unaendelea na kula chips, siku moja itamea kwa tumbo yako. I thought about it, I was like, kweli viazi inaweza mea kwa tumbo yangu? Hebu uliza jirani yako, viazi inaweza mea kwa tumbo ya mtu? Sana sana kama umekaa na scientist, anafaa kukuambia viazi inaweza mea kwa tumbo ya mtu. Haiwezi, si ndio? I think today I should have brought my friend here. She goes round with me in all the stands. My greatest joy today ni tumepitia each and every single stand with the CC and with the NPCK team, na tumeweza kuona vile vitu vile watu wanaendelea na vile partners wanawasaidia, si ndio? And also we've gone to the farm. So we didn't just come to speak to you or tukue tu hapa tunasema vitu mingi. No, we've gone and we have learned and we have seen. So I wish ningebeba rafiki yangu leo nimuonyeshe viazi haimei kwa tumbo ya mtu ina. There are different ways of it being done through the different products and services that you have here. So that is the second reason that I am here. The third reason I am here is also based on young people. To the young people in the room, vijana, hi tena, mko salama? I'm a beekeeper. That is where my deepest investment in the agriculture space has been. And the one thing I know, just from the few years I've been engaged in the agricultural value chain, is for you to succeed in what you're doing in agriculture, lazima uipende. You must love it completely, wholeheartedly. If you enter with that mindset, yes, I agree about agribusiness and agripreneurship, but if you enter agriculture with the sole reason that mimi niko hapa kutengeneza do yangu na niishie, it's not going to work. Because what happens if your first harvest is not what you expected? Utaiacha. So for young people who are here and are interested in the potato value chain, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Because when things are dark, when things are not going your way, vitu ikiharibikana, you know I'm doing this because I love it. And that is what will keep you going during the hard times and during the struggles. And as Max Foundation, as a youth champion, we are here to support you, we are here to hold your hand, we are here to look at everything you need, all the way from policy to action and impact. We are here to stand with young people. I love young people, and that is why I came here today. Sikuwa na mingi ya kusema, but tumeshukuru na tunaomba Mungu awabariki sana hata kwa nafasi yenu ya ukulima. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. Tumpigie makofi mazuri. Thank you so much. The youth champion, we are really happy that you're here. All right, so we want to hear. We've been told there's a lot of jobs in agriculture, but we've not heard from anyone who is currently doing it in person. So the next session, we have two presenters who will share their story. They will walk us through, watuambie walianza vipi, biashara iko namna gani, wewe kama ukitaka kuanza ama mimi nikitaka kuanza, nitaanzaje. Kwa hivyo kwa sasa, ningependa nimwalike Bwana Kemboi Nelson, ambaye ni mkulima kutoka ni mkulima wetu ambaye anafanya seed multiplication, aje aseme mawili matatu. Bwana Kemboi, karibu. Lazima tucheze kidogo. Hii ni rahisi bwana. Namna hii. Wewe unafanya kama mtu anaoga. Nitakufundisha hii tukimaliza.
Thank you so much. Our chief guest, Kalro, other distinguished guests, fellow farmers, and friends of agriculture. Good afternoon. Yeah, my name, I see you smiling. When I say friends of agriculture, I believe we have people who are not practicing agriculture at all in this time. That's the people I'm referring to. So my name is Nelson Kiposke Korir, not Kimbai actually. I come from Nandi County, a youth farmer in potato value chain. And I want to say I'm honored today for the opportunity to stand and share what I'm doing in farming, in potato, in this important day called International Day of Potato. So I'm so honored, and I want to say potato farming, we have two types of potatoes. We have potato called ware, and we have potato called seed. So we only have two types of, that is in Irish. And therefore, I, Nelson, am at a sector called seed potato. I'm a potato seed multiplier in Nandi County. And I want to say that, as has been mentioned by many speakers, is that potato is humble, like you've said. But I play a role to see the potato from the soil up to the plate. Our chief guest has mentioned that she enjoyed the chips, but some of us, we start now where you're saying your friend should have learned that we have so many stages. Personally, I got to potato farming to do seed because of a big challenge that farmers were facing in Nandi County. When I interacted with potato farmers, they were going all the way to Kisima in Meru to get seed. You are getting seed, it has been mentioned, from fresh crop. But I saw a camp and say, as a young person in my country, I want to be a seed multiplier. And therefore, for you to start to be a seed multiplier as a youth, there is a protocol. We have seen so many stakeholders here. The first thing, I engage myself or associate myself with a merchant organization to have that certificate to be entitled to do seed multiplication. And therefore, like that's been mentioned, is that we have so many stages before seeds get to these farmers. By the time a farmer buys a seed, it has undergone many processes. So personally, I start from my material status called apical rooted cuttings, multiplying it to a bigger material. We're still multiplying it with a pre-basic, I multiply it to basic, and I sell to farmers at C certified 1. And I was lucky. I want to appreciate Agra and the team who came to my farm to see my apical rooted cuttings and the other field. I was so honored to have you and be a testimony, because like we have said, we normally take agriculture as the last resort in life, but it is high time that the rebirth or renaissance, like it has been mentioned by the guest, we instill and have agriculture to be the first option, as has been shown by our first farmer, that is the head of state, as he called himself Farmer 001. Today in Nelson, I have an ambition that I will be the Farmer 002 as far as potato value chain is concerned. So I envision myself to be doing where I want to be in the next 5 years or 10. I'll be doing 50 hectares of potato seed. I tried this inspiration. I want to thank Kenya National Farmers Federation. At some point I came across an application, she mentioned German, and I applied to be a participant of an exchange program. And I was very specific in my request that I want to be attached with a farmer who is doing potatoes in Germany. And I remember during my interview, I was interviewed by, I can't mention the name, I was still telling them if that farmer is not doing potato, and then I will not participate in the exchange program. When I went to Germany, I was attached to a farmer that was producing, that was doing potatoes over 50 hectares that I mentioned. When I came back to Kenya, now before I came, there is a farmer who visited a Netherlands farmer who is in Netherlands. The farmer that I was hosted in, he was doing potato for wear. But still my farmers back at home and the young people that we work together, we have a challenge with the seed. Still I was not satisfied about what I was doing. I didn't achieve exactly what I wanted to do because I needed a seed farm. And I requested my host that there is a farmer called Sanda, which was introduced by SNB back in Nandi County. When he visited a certain farmer, I was there as a young person. He was in Netherlands. I had to search him. And I requested to go to Horn in Netherlands and see what he was doing. He's a major seed supplier to West Africa. I stayed there for 2 weeks. That is the farm I see myself that I want to be. That is the farm and the quality. So I want to mention this. As I was coming across all farms, I realized one thing. We have KFC here. The potato farms that I saw when I was coming, I realized all must be wear farm because there were no seed purity. I could see white flowers, over 20 farms. I was seeing white flowers and I said this is a wear farm. This is not a seed farm. So I'll also still ask, who is the seed supplier when I was sitting to this Center of Excellence in Potato Farm. Then I'll have to encourage and supply seeds. In my conclusion, like any other youth, young people, we are facing so many challenges in potato farming. One is access to the quality land. Access to land is the biggest challenge that we have for the young people. Waziri has mentioned that we still have good people and requested our parents to give us space to do farming. But it's not a reality on ground. We have a serious challenge to finance agricultural youth tailored loans or credit to the young people. It is not there. So that you don't come to forum and mention, let us do this, and it's not working. It is not easy. Personally, I've visited the Kenya Industrial Estate. They told me, no, we fund SMEs, not agricultural practice. Go to Agricultural Federation. I went there, I was asking for a title. I don't own even 0.1 acre. I left and go back home. And now, I want to appreciate the partners who are here, because you are there. I want to encourage that as youths of this country, we are ready, and they are ready to take the lead in agriculture. They are very ready. We can change these youths even to use the media platform to motivate other young people. We will change the TikTok posting into a prospered and thrived agriculture to motivate someone. We can use still the same X space instead of calling that names maybe to our neighboring countries and show exactly what I'm doing in potato farming. Youths are ready to take that space, not only to thrive, but to lead, especially in potato sector. I want to give the last testimony. In a group of youth that we work together in Nandi, we have one youth called Amos. He comes from Marakwet, but he lives in Kapsabet. This is where I started training farmers on potato. We sold seeds, 18 bags of Unica to Amos. I want to tell this with Mr. Edward and other young people here. Amos planted 1.1 acre of Unica. Amos harvested 216 bags from 1.1 acre. At that point, where potato was going at 5,000, we had an off-taker. He sold 216 bags and retained 10 for his safe seed. Within those 4 months, Amos was able to pocket 1,013,000. From an investment, we mentioned 400. That's the minimum that we should be working. We read statistics. Kenya, really as the 4th top producing potato country in Africa, still we have low production per acre. The average, if you look at the statistics, tells us we produce average of 9 tons per acre. But our lands are potential to produce up to 12 to 16 tons per acre. What is going wrong? Or what are we not doing right? What is the role of researchers? Now Kalro comes in. Let us see what's the problem. Because as young people, we want to do farming. Personally, I want my farm not only to see at profitability, not only to see the economic sales of my farm sense, but am I going to look at the soil health and make a sustainable farming so that the generation to come are still able to produce when we will not still be on this earth, on the same farm to feed the people that are coming. So we need to be trained. I request our partners who are here, let us capacity build the young people. Let us motivate these young people. Give us exchange program within our country, those who have made it, and even outside the country, so that we are able to see exactly what other farmers are doing that we are not doing right. My horse was producing 60 tons per hectare. That is 2 point something. Yesterday it was mentioned in the field there were 40. So I want to encourage that. I've mentioned issue of land. I want to request, sometime as young people we read the Attorney General's report. They tell us that Kalro, I see Daktari, we were together when they were driving up the CIP strategic plan in Nairobi. I saw an Auditor General report that we have unregistered farms, lands in Kalro that they are at risk of losing. Why don't you register the farm and give to organized youth group to produce the seed? Today we see statistics. As I finish the MCS cap, we say we are losing 5 billion that we cannot trace the folders in what we call ASLA fund. Could you ask some of us as youth that how best can we approach the ASLA fund to make economical sense to the country? I'll give my case study and end when I MC. This is how I look at it. Free money, like Kibaki said, is very worse to our country. We want ASLA funds that come to our pocket and go back to the government. I want this ASLA fund to be put to me as a young person. Be asking Nelson, you have a business idea? Yes. What is the cost of your business idea? 100,000 to produce a seed of half an acre. Now in this 100,000, Nelson, we are giving you, it is 50-50, 1-to-1 ratio. But our 50 you will bring it back. Now derive your business proposal. Show us the activities from land leasing, land preparation, up to the seed. Now start with your 50,000, lease the land, prepare. We send our coach, he assess, you have purchased the chemical, the bags, and then the government comes in and buy you the seed. Will you not make? That is 50-50, the same as law. It is my proposal. We have a chance, we have an opportunity, we have the knowledge, we have the passion as the young people. I continue training the young people, and I request the and developers or the partners and the government that let's work together. Kenya must be food secure in the coming future. I love potato and I'm a city multiplier. God bless you.
Thank you so much for those very good ideas and very good questions for introspection. Umetuuliza maswali ngumu sana bwana. So at this juncture, allow me to invite the next speaker who will share her journey in value addition. Bwana Kemboi was sharing his journey around seed multiplication na ametuonyesha vile alianza, changamoto ambazo amepata. Kwa sasa nataka yule ambaye atatuambia vile alivyoanza value addition, and I'd like to invite Ms. Wanjiro Mambo, who is the CEO of Wage Hut. Let's give a round of applause to Wanjiro. Hey, Wanjiro, karibu sana. Tuonyeshe style yako. Alafu asante DJ. Wapi viazi? I thought you'd come and show me. Here are my potatoes.
Good afternoon everybody. All protocols observed. Habari ya kila mtu. Kwa majina naitwa Wanjiro Mambo. I'm the founder and CEO of Wage Hut Foods Limited, where we say we bring happiness one potato at a time, both to our farmers and to our consumers. And what do? We do potato value addition. Sijui kama watu wakisikia value addition, you know what you're talking about. Ama mnadhani viazi ni yenye inaenda Marigiti market. So what we mean by potato value addition, tunachukua viazi kwa wakulima, tunaleta kwa factory yetu hapo Nairobi. We have peeling machine, tunachonga. Ukiambiwa utachonga viazi ukienda kwa hoteli ukatae kulipa bill because it has become a very tedious job. So sisi tunachonga, tunatoa macho, tunakata in different cuts. Tuko na chips, kitu inaitwa mayonnaise ama bajia, cubes, wedges. Kuna viazi watu wanakula ikiwa na ngozi, and we supply ready to cook. Hoteli zimeacha kuchonga viazi. Wanataka kitu safi, they open the pack and they fry. Unfortunately, someone messed up in the morning and didn't come with my sample, but mtaangalia kwa website yetu a few videos muone your products. And the reason for the growth of potato value addition and why people prefer easy to cook potatoes, high urbanization. The population in the urban centers, that's Nairobi, Nakuru, Eldoret, Mombasa, it's really growing. Our hospitality space is also growing. Hotels zinafunguliwa right, left, center every other day. We are also attracting multinational hotels and food chains. Mulisikia kuna KFC. Imetoka America, wamekuja huku. There is organization like Burger King, Domino's and all that. And I will congratulate Washira and the team. 3 years ago, we discovered they used to import. Una imagine viazi inaletwa nje from Israel, Egypt. Then watu waka Kenyans, we went on an uproar asking why are they importing potatoes frozen, yet we have capacity to produce. And so with the intervention of the government, at least the future is looking bright. Yet, najua bado wana import, but at least there is hope that one day in a few years, they will be buying our potatoes. So sharing my journey, hata mimi nimetoka youth 2 years ago. So I started my business when I was youth, and this month we are celebrating 5 years. It's a post-COVID business. I had a very fancy restaurant somewhere in Upper Hill. Then by then, CS Mutahi Kagwe said, all restaurants have to close down. Tukagawana zile vitu ziko kwa hoteli, anabeba nyama, huyu anabeba nini, kanywaji, tunasema sasa tuende tuzipeleke nyumbani sababu hoteli imefungwa. A friend of mine from Nakuru had brought me 4 sacks of potatoes. Nikaambiwa, Wanjiro sababu uko napika, wekelea hapo, wewe utajua vile utafanya. So, of course you can't consume all those potatoes. Nikaanza kuuza kwa gate na watchman hapo, tunauza na debe. And you know that time of COVID, everyone was panic shopping. And I did that, zikaenda haraka. My mother lives in Limuru. Nikaendea a few trips here and there when kulikuwa kumefungwa Limuru was accessible. But then I thought, what else can we do with this potato to increase the shelf life? That time I went into a deep research and I discovered the market has so much potential. And it's a niche market, not so many players, but they are coming up. But also it has its challenges. And in 2021, White Hat was formed. The other thing, both my parents were extension agricultural officer in Kiambu and Larry constituency. And my grandfather was a manager of the first founding family here in Salga, your family, Kenyatta. So my family always asked me, how comes you ended up in this field? My background is marketing and accounting. But when I started Wedge Hats, I thought it would be another business to make money. Sababu nimefanya biashara miaka mingi. But then you discover the potential. And it goes beyond doing the business, but the impact. And tukaanza pole pole, must process 300 kilos, and right now per day we are processing around 2 tons. Client wetu, ukienda Naivas, Quickmart, their delis, you'll find our potatoes there. You have people like Java, Chicken in Galitos, we have Easy Hoteli, Ole Sereni Radisson, that's where we supply. So to the youth, the opportunity of potato is great and high. I was doing a research and I'm still doing it. My goal is to one day see that we can do 100% utilization of potatoes. Viazi yenye inatolewa kwa wakulima. The sad news is 40% doesn't get to the consumer. So hiyo ingine yote ni loss. Also as we process at Wedge Hats, I don't know whether Washira you know this in the potato value chain. We lose between 15 to 20% due to waste. But this is not waste. It can do other products. So for the youth here, you have the advantage of technology, you have the advantage of institutions you're in. In the world, we have over 30 plus uses of potatoes. Pharmaceutical industry, we have what you're doing, starch. Do you know we are importing 19% of starch? And starch has so many uses. Hiyo waste tunasema ni waste ni usable. We also have biofertilizer from potato. Kuna confectionery industry. Unaona ile sweet mnakula hiyo ni starch. Hiyo panado unakunywa imetengenezwa na starch. I don't know whether everyone knows. But if you go and research, and I have had a privilege of, when I travel anywhere, I visit the retail stores to see the potato products available. So the youth here, the young people, their future is in agriculture. And from global to our local government development partners, the only thing to change the African narrative is through agriculture. I can see Agra is represented here. I must say, last year, out of 1,500 women selected in Africa, we were shortlisted 15 of us, and I was first runners-up in potato value addition. So that means I also felt nice to fly the Kenyan flag high. And in 2023 still, I got another award called Zuri Award for the impact in the agriculture sector. 2023 and 24, because when I started the business, I discovered my main challenge is in the sourcing. Processing the market, by the way, haina shida sana. It's so easy. But sourcing is the issue. And I had a chance to go around the country. I was as far as Elgeyo Marakwet. I camped there for a few days. We were even training in the forest. We have done Narok, Meru, here Kuresoi. Actually, in Keringet, we did a project called Mavuno Zaidi, for those who know about it. And it was just so amazing how farmers need to understand the market. And when you bring them the market, they are willing to do the farming. Kwa hivyo, I always say the potato employs so many people, and this is across the entire value chain. So to the youth, I think we have a role to play. And what I can say, I will just finalize by leaving you with a small thing I'd written. As we celebrate the role of potato in shaping history and feeding the future, we must recognize that the real game changer is the story in our youth. As Wedge Hat, we believe the future of agriculture is youth, tech-driven and purpose-led. by opening up opportunities for young people in agribusiness. We are not just feeding the future, we are empowering generation that will sustain it. The potato is no longer a grandma's crop. It's a modern solution for food security, climate resilience, entrepreneurship. And it's time the young people take their rightful place at the center of this transformation. Thank you so much.
So to get us started, please allow me to invite our first presenter, and that is Woki Business, who will be sharing about Mizizi Lishe. Tumpigie makofi akija.
Good afternoon, all protocols observed. My name is Woki Jago, and I am a potato farmer. I love potatoes, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my idea, which is Mizizi Lishe, and my idea is to reduce the waste and improve nutrition. So, you've had, actually thank you Wanjiru for pretty much giving me a good introduction. We lose up to 40% of our potatoes from farm to plate. And so my idea basically is to make sure that we have that waste and reduce on the waste and make something from it. The second problem that's there currently in the market is the shelf life of potato. We know most farmers, and the common potato in Kenya is Shangi. Shangi has a shelf life of less than a month. So we are trying to increase the shelf life. The other thing that we have that's an issue is market price instability. Everybody knows tulipanda viazi February, then after 4 months, they'll go to Soko. You had somebody saying he sold his potatoes at 5,000. Right now, kama mnapata 2,500, umebahatika. So that is the major issue. The solution that I'm proposing today is quite simple. We are going to dehydrate potatoes and fortify them to produce starches and potato flakes and provide them to school feeding programs, other processors who need potato starch, and relief health organizations. So, why choose our product? I've explained to you the benefit to the farmer. By dehydrating the potatoes at a local hub using solar dehydrators or solar dryers. But why is our product good? First thing, nutritious. We are going to fortify the potatoes when we produce the starch. Second of all, it's going to be fast. When you're napika using the powder or the flakes, they'll be able to make something in a very short amount of time. No peeling required, neka tu kwa maji, and you dehydrate the potato. Second of all, it's affordable. Based on the calculations that I'll explain a bit later, for a school child who we assume they'll be taking at least 200 grams of our potatoes, which are 50 grams of starch, we are putting our math at 14 shillings per plate. Next, it is shelf stable. We are changing the product from 1 month, less than 1 month stability of shelf life for Shangi to up to 12 months. Now, let's talk about the market. If I tell you about the total addressable market, we have 4 million children currently in school feeding programs, but let's not even touch that, such a large market. Let's talk about 10% of that market. If we say we're going to feed them, that market, 10%, is a market of up to 1.68 billion. Now, there are also other additional markets apart from the one I'm mentioning. We can go all the way to all people that require potato starch. There are very many markets, NGOs, even other processors, hotel industry, people that need potato starch for soup bases. Now, let's talk a little bit about the business model. Number one, we are taking potatoes from farmers and sending them to a local drying hub or dehydration hub. First, that means that it's going to be very close to the farmers, meaning that there's going to be less loss. As we know, potato is a bulky product. So transporting it all the way from the farm to the market is normally an issue, but now that we are going to have it localized, we are going to reduce on that waste. Next, we are going to dehydrate using solar, solar at the rural area, so less of the electricity consumed. Next, we are going to send those potatoes, the starch that we produce, B2B. So we are selling direct to other businesses, which will also help us reduce on cost. Let's talk a little bit about the landscape in terms of competition. Currently, as we've been told, we have something called fresh cuts, which means potatoes that have already been chopped up and peeled. Those are very good. However, the issue with that is their shelf life. Next, we have something called frozen potatoes or pre-boiled potatoes. Another very great product for retail. However, the main issue is the cold chain that's needed to get those potatoes to the right source. Since we don't need any cold chain, it's going to be better. Next, I'm sure most of you know, in terms of at the local level, what wanakula, fortified maize meal, or fortified or instant porridges. These are great, and we're not against them. However, we're offering a product that has, as you know, potatoes have a slightly more protein content, so it's a more well-rounded product and also offers diversity. How are we going to do this? We're going to start with one pilot project this year that will be producing 500 tons of this starch per month, and then we'll increase it as we go. So the next stage is to make sure that we get to up to 2 million in the next 2 years. Then after that, we are going to expand these production units, and we are going to make sure that we are franchising them. So we won't own the dehydration centers, they'll be owned by the locals. That will make sure that we also increase the business. Now, our ask, we're asking for 3,000 USD, 1,800 of that is going to go into buying machinery, 800 into making the kit for fortification, and 400 into packaging and distribution. I won't talk much about the financial projections, but I'll go into impact. So, if I can talk about impact, the first thing, economically, obviously, we are reducing on waste, so the farmer is going to benefit. And they're going to have a secondary market for their potatoes other than the local markets that we have. They can sell to us and then increase the shelf life of that potato. I think I'll stop there and open it up for questions.
All right, you finished right on the time, on the clock. Let's give a round of applause to Woki. All right, our judges, you've heard of that idea. I don't know whether you have any questions, clarifying questions.
Yeah, thank you so much for that particular introduction and also going through your idea. I'll maybe start and then my other judges will take up from there. So the first question, you've talked about reducing waste, and you've talked about the challenge of ferrying the potatoes from where they're produced to processing places. And you've given your idea that you'll put your dryers at maybe proximity to where they are produced. So give us that viability, because that means you'll be setting up so many dryers dotted around production centers, and how does that impact on the financial viability of your idea? And then the last one, you talked about looking at the starch, and most of the production of potato is linked to the consumption of potato as where, maybe through chips or any other boilers, things of that kind. So have you done like viability in terms of enterprise analysis to see if indeed you take that area of linking it to starch, and you talked about biofortification. Can you also give us an idea of which type of nutrients or minerals you want to use in the biofortification process, and does it make a financial advantage to your product? Thank you.
All right.
If the chief judge has a lot of words in his mouth, mine will be simple. It's all about taste. Your product is going to the school feeding program. Most likely the youth that are sitting right there will be fed with mashed potatoes or Irio. Have you done sensory analysis to confirm that these products that you've made will be edible or palatable? Have you done that?
Thank you for those two questions. Allow me to answer the first one. Yes, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the viability of the rural stations. Briefly, yes. I'd like us to think of it less like a processing plant and more like a portion mill. So it's something that's going to be done locally, and the mechanization or the machine that we're using is very low. The technology is not very complicated, so it can be done at those local stations. Next, you talked about biofortification and whether that improves its economic viability. I'd say the economic viability of the fortification comes more in that it makes it more marketable. So in terms of the market that it's trying to address, which is it's adding nutrition to the people that lack those nutrition. So it's going to the school feeding programs and relief food as well. I think maybe, I'm not sure about your third question, but I'll answer the question on taste. So out of the funding that we are requesting, the first thing is a pilot program, and within that pilot program, we are going to do a pilot on taste as well. But a major thing that our product targets is the fact that it has flakes and powders. So the flakes will be able to maintain the taste a lot more than the powders. So those are the two options that we are giving.
All right, and for the second, okay, great. Judges, you're good?
Yes.
You have one more, briefly.
Thank you so much for the idea. The idea is very good. It is good because I realized it will be using simple technology, like even solar power. So the cost of electricity and will be reduced because of that. So it means it can be a good idea. Number two, because it will create jobs. I also agree with you on that. But I wanted to ask you, have you done investigation to see whether this kind of technology has been implemented elsewhere, or have you done some feasibility study to see whether it will be whether this will be viable? Number three, you show us clearly to the clarity on the projection on whether this idea will be sustainable for the coming years, 20, 10, 30 years.
So is that in terms of the projection, it's the financial projection?
Not the financial projection, but the
business sustainability.
Yes, business, exactly.
Okay. So to answer your first question, yes, I have done a little bit of investigation. This technology is more commonly used in the East, in Asia, typically, but I have also come across people that are using it in Uganda specifically. So it's something that has been used in the region at least, so it's something practical. To answer your second question in terms of sustainability, in terms of business sustainability, seeing that this is going to become a franchising model, then it will be able to multiply a lot faster than if I was doing it on my own. So we are going to enable the people at the local level to own. So we are going to make it such that they can process to own the equipment that we are going to be providing them with for a long time. So that's what has been.
Great. All right, let's give a round of applause to Woki for clearly explaining, and sorry for being the first one. We always get the difficult questions. So judges, we only have 8 minutes for your questions and answers. So make sure you probably ask one very pressing question so that we get to save on time. The second business I'd like to invite is Beacon Potato, and I'd like to invite Nancy Gidumbi to come and present. So let's give a round of applause to Nancy Gidumbi.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mungai Moria, CEO Sinsi Research.
And I'm Nancy Gedombe, MD Sinsi Research.
So we are going to present to you Bacon Potato, which means blockchain-empowered agricultural cyber-physical network. This is part of our projects that we are pursuing, and we'll go right into it.
So to begin with, Beacon is not just for potatoes. We have done Beacon in the capsicum and the cherry tomatoes, so we are not trying out. So last year in October, we are a data-driven company, so solutions came from data. So we collected data here in Molo, in all the 4 wards, on the effect of post-harvest losses on profit margins. And I can see some of the farmers that we interviewed. And today we have your solution.
Yes, after the research, we sampled 628 farmers. And from the results of this research, we found that for these farmers in Moro, they have a large percent of post-harvest losses. Second thing is that they have poor financial record keeping. And the last one was information asymmetry. Why are they having a lot of post-harvest losses? First, we found that here in Molo, we have limited and expensive agronomic services for these farmers. Then we have the cognitive and confirmation biases. Whenever a farmer has a problem in his land, he has to confirm with the next one, or think to himself and go and ask and confirm with his neighbor, can I use this and this to solve for this? Then we found out that poor financial record keeping is because of the technicalities involved. It's very difficult for a farmer to always record on a paper whatever expense he has and whatever income he has. And the last one was information asymmetry, where we find that these farmers do not easily get the prices at the market real time. So we found, and we have a solution to these challenges. Our first solution is the Sinsi AgriTech app. It's an app like any other, which you can access at the click of a button. First, the app has a multilingual option. We have a total of 10 languages in the app. Topmost is Swahili and English. Then the others follow, Kalenjin, Kikuyu, all the way. Then we have 3 interfaces on this app. We have the farmer interface, the market interface, and the consumer interface. This app can help the farmer as they scout their land in their day-to-day activities. Instead of first calling somebody to ask, how can I solve this issue? He can use this app to scan and get even information through the artificial intelligence and analytics within this app. The second thing, if the farmer wants to record his expenses and incomes, it's just at the click of a button. He doesn't have to write every day on a book. And this app is able to do the analytics, whether he's doing profit or losses in his farm. Then we have the consumer interface, where we have issues of traceability. The consumer can use this app to trace these potatoes from wherever they came from. The app also has real-time update of prices in different markets for potato for the farmer. The market opportunity is big because we have over 800,000 farmers in Kenya producing potatoes, and the usage of this app, which integrates blockchain, Internet of Things, and AI-powered statistics, can help the farmer have the intelligence at the click of a button.
So for the business model, like we say, the app has a pest and disease detection. And so we have the multiple revenue streams. The first one being the input supplier partnership. The input, and I also invite all of you input suppliers, you can be in the app, and we charge 10,000 per year for the subscription, and you can showcase your products so that when a farmer scans, they can see your products there in the app. Also, we have the smart contracts where we charge 0.5%, since this is a blockchain, and we have already tested that in the capsicum and cherry tomatoes, so this is very practical. Also, we have the revolving fund, and for the revolving fund, we issue 30,000 in form of loans, and per month the farmer is supposed to refund 5,000, but we give them a grace period of 3 months so that they can be able to first plant and also harvest. Also, we have the premium analytics, because these are data collection app, and so we have the market intelligence, and so the exporters and the large-scale farmers can also be able to access. Also, in terms of traction, as a Cincy Research Limited, to be able to have a central point for all people, we have the Beacon Association that currently has 517 active farmers, 13 exporters, and 1058 consumers. So, and we have, for the potato, we have the soil sensors that we have prototyped in our Kiamba demo farm, and yeah.
So our ask to our partners and investors, first we want to welcome you on next month, 27 June, to launch this app. It will be done at ATC Nakuru, there at Soilo. We welcome all of you. Then we also continue to ask for training and capacity building these farmers, because most of them, being technology is so big, but a simple training to a farmer that he can use his smartphone to access all things. We need to train over 10,000 farmers over the next 5 years. Then we need demo farms, establishment. We have one space already given at ATC Nakuru to set up a demo farm for all this that we are talking about. So we ask that we be supported to have multiple demo farms for this. And the last one is scalability of the Internet of Things infrastructure. We need to scale it up to more than 10,000 farms across the region. Thank you so much. Partner with us to transform potato farming. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's give a round of applause to Beacon, the blockchain, complicated English. Huh? All right, anyway, so our judges, one question, remember the time.
Okay, thank you so much. I will start. My question is on the way you want this particular app to be used by the real farmers on the ground. I don't have the statistics, but I believe most of the farmers don't have smartphones as such, and even if they have, to navigate through those apps within the smartphone can be an issue. Most of them have got simple gadgets for just typing in the message or withdrawing money if the son or daughter have sent them an M-Pesa sort of thing. So how is it practical that you will be able to be used, this app can be used by the farmers on the ground, because most of the information there is linked to the farmers? I think that will be my question.
All right, thank you.
Mine is short. You have a smart application, very smart. Me, I'm analog. How would the analog farmer, average age of 62, be able to access this smart application of yours?
All right.
Is you catering for us?
Okay, the analog farmers and CC.
And number 3, most of our farmers are not digital literate. They are not able to use our devices, even if we give them mobile phones, even if you install computers in their houses, they will not be able to use the digital devices. What will you do to make sure that you get most farmers to this digital platform and they ensure that they use the gadget and they understand?
All right, so the questions are around end user. So.
Okay, thank you for the questions. I'll start with the first one. I know that was we presume, but 2 weeks ago we had a training at Mauka Cooperative, and 70% of the farmers that were there, they have the smartphone. So that is practical. It's not a smartphone issue. It is possible. Coming to the digital literate part, we also address that part. Our app has 10 languages. So we have the Swahili, English. If you cannot understand that, you can use your Kalenjin, you can use your Kikuyu, Kisii, Meru. We have 8 local languages. So let's say you have a pest and disease, mtaongeleshana tu na app in the language that you can understand. Thank you.
Yes, just one on that. Our faith is based on the diffusion theory for the scientists, where we say, if this guy adopts a technology and his neighbor sees it's helping him, how will the technology transfer to the other person? It's through diffusion. And even if you are a farmer and you don't know how to use the app, and your neighbor is telling you an idea, do you not even go a step ahead to tell your son or daughter, the youth, to help you in doing this agriculture? Thank you so much.
All right, through diffusion. Let's give a round of applause to the presenters. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Beacon. Now I'd like to go to our next presentation, and this is from G9 Terminators. All right, your time starts now.
Thank you. This is G9 Terminators. We offer spray service provider. We are spray service providers in the county of Nakuru, and 70% to 100% of our farmers in Nakuru County lose their potato crop because of lack of knowledge about the spray program. And we as G9 Terminators came up with a solution where we saw so many community youths doesn't have jobs. But in every household, there is a potato crop that grows in that farm. So we work with community youths to develop a spray service program where we assist smallholder farmers at the local rights level. We scout for local youths, and through the partnership of input partners and agronomists, we empower localized spray service providers who help the communities to be able to manage their crops so that they don't lose their crops due to maybe pests, due to blight. And it's a major concern because, as it mentioned earlier, not everybody went to school and knows when is the best date. But there is a young guy with some bright mind and cannot be able to get a job. But the job is there. It's just that we do the linkages. So our products and services is pest control, fumigation, and extension services. And why are we different? It's because we don't leave the farmer. We walk the farmer's journey all the way from planting to harvesting. And through the services we offer, we do farm visits. And we really engage the local youths directly to offer employment and make sure what we are doing with the local farmer impacts young youths and young women. For the young women, to clarify on that, is that we've looked at young women as people who should not spray as per the regulations. So we engage young women in extension, that is trainings, to remind the farmers about what is good, what is the time in the timing, so they are our trainers. So the target market is the smallholder farmer. We want to grow food security. And 100% of, maybe 70% of farmers in Kenya are smallholder farmers. But they lose their crops because of lack of knowledge. So through our service, we have a target market of, in Nakuru County, for example, there is over 1 million smallholder farmers. That is 1 million smallholder farmers. Our target is to make sure in every sub-county or in every one, we want to trickle down and have professional spray service providers, not through the schools, but through a model we are calling farmer field-based schools. We want to train our youths and engage them in pest control and fumigation, and at least they can make something out of their living. If you look at that, if you look at our chart displayed, the serviceable market is only 1,200 as at now because of our team. But in our scalability plan, we are looking at a position where we have, in every village, we have 4 to 5 youths linked to an agronomist in the input companies who will guide them through. And the other thing is, we want to scout for the best for our farmers, and that's what we do. We do trials of the best fungicides, the best fumigants, which can control our potato crop that is in the village. So in our revenue model, we don't have a complicated revenue model. our money is from extension and the spray services. And that's what we are looking at. We get money from what we do with our hands. And how, when we engage the spray service providers, we want to reduce the number of idle youths and bring a combined effort through the parents and the youth for people who doesn't have jobs. So we are, our impact from our work is that we've engaged youth to be able to adapt in farming by directly engaging them in activities in the farms. Because our parents cannot be able to disseminate the kind of information they have in terms of professionalism. But when we engage our parents through agronomy in our farms, we are able to tap into the info they have, and we are able also to add on what they have in their farms. And it becomes a win-win that we, the youth, can make a little coin from the fumigation, and it's a win-win to the parent because he is able to control his crop and get better harvests. So our impact is we've seen the production of farmers grow from a good level. That is, when you take care of a good nutrition of crops, then at the end of the day, the farmer gets a good harvest and he is able to scale up and do more acreage. And that way we are able to eliminate the cost of, dependence rates in our villages and reduced youths who are not employed. Our ask is $2,500, that is 250,000 shillings, and 100% of that goes to input. We want to buy motorized sprayers that will engage our youths in employment. And in every village we want to see we have a motorized sprayer that employs 2 to 3 youths every day, because the spray program is different every day. Okay. So this is a continuous process. We welcome willing stakeholders, input partners, the county government and the national government to support our initiative to make it work for our youth and support our farmers who have knowledge about control of diseases and pests in our farms.
All right. Thank you so much. Our judges, I don't know whether you have any questions. Very briefly, straight to the point, bullet points.
Yeah, mine is just a follow-up of what you said. Are you really trained on safe use of agrochemicals? And do you adhere on the issue of harvest intervals, because you have to take care of the pesticides that are on the produce so that they don't end up to the farmer, to the consumer's plate?
Okay. PHI, are you trained? You'll answer that after this.
Right here, one of the exhibitors at the stand where we got in has a plant clinic with a plant doctor. This is an initiative supported by Kabi, and we have Kalro, Kepis working alongside them with the Ministry of Agriculture. Are you going to link or take advantage of those plant doctors or the clinics to now know where you need to go and help manage pests and diseases at the last mile?
Okay.
Key exterminators, I think this is what is being done currently in the community. Because we have motorized machines, the sprayers. I want you only to provide clarity on the difference with what is being done today in the community and the target population too. But your idea is good, because our farmers will be getting their pesticides from a reliable source. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. On the first one, I want to say about post-harvest intervals, the PHI of pesticides and anything that is in the communities. We are engaging agrochemical companies and agronomists, and our biggest stakeholder is the Ministry of Agriculture. And that correlates with the second question, where I want to say our biggest partners are those people who are the likes of Kabi, the branch clinics, the farmer village-based advisors, the farmer service centers. Everybody who supports the farmer to get the good info is our partners. So 100% of what we have leveraged on
is what is happening to try and have safe food. And the reason why again we spray is because we want to do a professional spray. And we just don't do a spray. We want to use the right traits. We want to spray at the right time, and we want to advise our farmers what to spray at what time and what not to spray at the time when we are headed to maturity of produce. Asante sana.
Invite our next presenter, that is Mr. Isaac Kamau. Isaac Kamau will be presenting Jankota. So Isaac Kamau, karibu sana. Let's give a round of applause to Isaac.
Guest of honor, CEO of NPCK, and all of the staff. I'm Kamau Isaac on behalf of Jankota. I'm presenting a proposal about production of whey potatoes from certified seeds. We are starting to see a trend where farmers are producing a lot of potatoes and they are going to waste. We are also in a position where, as a country, we are not producing high quality seed, high quality potatoes, for our international markets. For an example, KFC complained about our quality of potatoes as it has been released by head Mr. Madam Wanziro. She had said about something about the KFC quality, the quality they needed. As per our standards currently, we have not yet met the international standards, and we are expecting to work with the relevant organizations to start from a certified seed, work with the seed producers and multipliers, and also, as we work with the seed multipliers and producers, they will give us the clean seeds. We have a greenhouse already, and we have a farm. So the farm we have is a leased piece of land, and we'll need to increase the acreage to produce the high quality material we need. As for implementation, we expect to get high quality seeds, either from cuttings or maybe tubers. We can take the tubers to the farm, and for the cuttings, we can take them to our greenhouse. It's a small greenhouse, yes, but we are still trying to grow. It's our first season. So as we try to come up with our own seeds and multiply our own seeds, we will reduce the cost of buying seeds on every season. We will also reduce the cost of buying everything, all inputs for the farm. We will produce our own seeds. We will also this evaluation, come up with quality seeds, quality whey potatoes after our seeds have been taken from the greenhouse and they have been taken to the farm. Also, on the part of many farmers who have been working and producing the whey potatoes, they have been taking the seeds they have been planting from fellow farmers who are not certified producers. So that brings a lot of problems because they share a lot of diseases. Maybe the farmer took seeds from a farm where the farm was infested by diseases. So we will try to reduce the chances of producing whey potatoes that have been infested by diseases already. Also, we will try to produce high quality because if we plant certified seed, they produce vigorous plants, and the plants will be able to sustainably be resistant to diseases and pests, and so we'll reduce also our input for the chemicals and spray. We are also looking at improving the taste of the tubers, because if we produce low quality tubers, even the taste will be lower. So we expect to produce high quality tubers, and everything else will be in order. Also on the sustainability, we expect that after production and we start selling, and we have partnered with stakeholders like NPCK and Viazi Kings who can sell for us. We can produce as much as possible, and we can be able to market like the whole of the produce that we produce. We will come up with from the farm. We will be able to sell all of it, and at least we will have reduced the cost, the losses that many farmers are experiencing. We also reduce the chances of wastage of the resources. For calculations, currently we have a greenhouse running at a cost of around 150,000. We are also having a piece of land, an acre of piece of land of potatoes we have already planted, and it is costing around 130,000. That's a total of we have a 1 acre of potatoes at a cost of 130,000, and also a greenhouse that is helping us to produce the seeds at a cost of 150,000. The total operational expenses are around 250,000. I think the slide is different here. Then we expect to have a total of around 400,000, 500,000 revenue after the harvest. We also expected, after we have done our calculations, the total expected profit will be around from 220,000 to around 120,000. So at least we'll make sure we have some good amount of money that will be able to lease maybe for another 1 or 2 acres for the next season, and ensure that our production is continuing and our sustainability is also, our company is also growing sustainably. Yes, and for the ask, we are asking for around 300,000 USD, so that we can be able to purchase new seeds, improve on our greenhouses, and also acquire a new piece of land. We need, for potato, we need virgin land, so that at least we get a land that is not contaminated or that has been having diseases or history of diseases. So mainly that is the main point. If this happens and if this is supported, it will help produce healthy tubers. It will reduce disease. It will reduce the risk of viral and bacterial and fungal diseases. It will also improve the vigor and uniformity, hence leading to higher yields. It will lead to fewer defects and better shape of the shape, and that is not the quality on the quality. After we have the better quality tubers, or we have planted the better quality tubers. So improved planting this will give improved genetics, and at the end of the day we'll have improved productivity, and we'll create more jobs for the youth.
And create more jobs for the youth. All right, let's give him a round of applause. Being on stage is not easy. I'm timed by Michael. So our judges, 3 questions, straight to the point, easy questions.
Okay, thank you. Indeed, a very easy question. Yes, you've told us that you want to produce high quality ware potato, and you mentioned that your anchoring point is on use of certified seed, but you've fallen short of telling us what other practices will you put in place, because starting with the quality seed is not only the factor to quality ware potato. And can you explain us again, even slightly detailed, which are these other practices will you put in place to complement the certified seed potato? And then you talked about seed. So seed is a highly professional area, and I'm wondering how you'll grapple to in producing seed at the same time you're doing ware potato. Thank you.
All right.
My question is just one. What variety or varieties are you going to use?
Okay, what varieties? Okay, great. Go ahead.
On the practices, thank you for the questions. On the practices, we have partnered with Ketis. We have worked with Ketis for the 1 year planted. We have taken the water samples to the Ketis lab. We have taken the soil samples to the Ketis lab, and all of them are positively okay to plant. So we are sure that our farm is not infested, our water pollution is not infested with diseases. 2, on the source of and the maintenance of the seed. We have a greenhouse. So the moment we have a greenhouse, we have to produce many tubers within the enclosed environment. That is going to produce very high quality seeds. Also, from the greenhouse, the first products, the first tubers we take from the greenhouse to the farm, or the cuttings to the farm, they will give us high quality seeds if we maintain the practice I just said, that we work with APHIS, we work with the plant, the land should be okay and everything will be tested. So we will have quality seeds from there. We will also replant the seeds on our farms and we will be okay, interesting. Then the varieties we are using, currently we are starting with Shanyi, but also we'd like to go to other varieties, the table varieties and the processing varieties, so that we can just try to diversify and see from which markets we are going to, first of all, satisfy the demand.
All right. So the question he had asked, the middle one, was also on which other, apart from good seeds, what other practices will you do to achieve your yields?
Yes, so for the practices, that was what I'm trying to answer.
Yeah.
The moment you get the quality seeds, the certified seeds, you have to plant them in a field where it's disease free.
Yes.
You also go and apply
good agricultural
practices. Yes. So the moment you follow all those stages and steps, at least because we have agronomists on the farm and we have everybody who is very, very informed about seed production and everything, then I think the system is going to work very well.
All right. Yes. So judges, I hope we are satisfied. Thank you so much. Another round of applause for Isaac. Good job, man. It's not very easy. Now you'll have it in your CV. You pitched with some people. So the next presenter is Mary Mutuma from Jenga Foods. Mary Mutuma comes all the way from Meru and she will share about Jenga Foods.
Thank you, Protocol observed. I'm Mary from Jenga Foods, Meru County. Our business idea is producing organic potato crisps. That is, our idea is to go green. And the problem that we are trying to solve is limited health options. That is the Kenya market has a variety of snacks, but the majority of them it lacks addictive free snack. It has some additives. Another problem that we are trying to solve is environmental impact. That is, other conventional crisps, they use non-biodegradable packaging, and the problem that we have as a country and even as a continent is about our climate. Then another problem that we are trying to solve is farm waste. Smallholder farmers, they face surplus produce waste. That is from the farm to bring it to the market. There is a lot of surplus. Another problem that we are trying to solve is rising consumer interest in nutrition, that is eco-friendly foods. So many people, many consumers who are nutritious conscious, there is that demand that is rising. Our solution is our solution is to go 100% organic crisps. That is, we make our crisps pure organic. That is from farm. That's where we use crop rotation as a means of sustainable agriculture farming. Then from farming we come to processing whereby we will use the green energy, that is, we use the solar system to produce our crops, and then the packaging, we use the biodegradable packaging, the materials that can be reused again and again. Then another one, we are giving a solution of using natural flavors, that is, we can use like honey, honey that is pure natural. Then another problem is eco-friendly packaging, as I've said, whereby you use the material that you can use after use, you can reuse again. Then another one is sustainable production. We use the green energy, that is through power solar energy. Then our revenue model is direct retail, that is through the supermarket, specialty stores, and farmers market. Then we also have the premium pricing. That's whereby we can say that if we sell a certain amount to you, we can still add. We can add some other offers. Then we have the wholesalers, whereby we sell to you at a commission price. Then now you reach the retailers using the final price. Then our team is me, I'm Mary, who is the CEO. Then we have the Geraldine, who is the finance manager, and Lillian, who is the sales and marketing. Our ask is an investment ask for $5,000 US, and then the mentorship, that is mentorship in food technologies and expert machinery selection and setup. The use of funds, it will be 40% will go to equipment, marketing 30%, and working capital 30%. Thank you.
Right. Hey, let's give a round of applause. I wanted to add you 1 more minute because we delayed your presentation, but you saved me 2 more. So thank you so much. Before the judges ask the question, the owner of KDC 835U and the owner of KCL 948M, KDC 835U and KCL 948M, please attend to your car. Our judges, let's hear your questions.
Okay, I have a question. Kudos, a good idea. Production of organic potatoes. Assuming that the potato varieties we have in Kenya are all tolerant to diseases and pests, so you won't have to use any pesticides when you're growing them. That did come up in your presentation on how you're going to produce the crop organically, because it all starts from the beginning of the value chain all the way up to the end of the value chain. And the fact you're using solar-powered systems to be able to desiccate these potatoes. I don't know what your solar system is, but it's going to be covered by plastic. So now I'm looking at the bioplastics that can impact negatively on the final product, therefore not making it organic.
Thank you. And also to add on, potato is a highly susceptible crop to pests and diseases, and please unpack for us. Then a follow-up. Have you done some market analysis for the consumption of organically produced potato vis-a-vis the commonly produced potato, if the idea is viable financially? And then your description of biodegradable packaging material is still disturbing me, because you have mentioned that it is material which will be used, we can be reused, and I believe you should have explained as clearly to us what is this particular material described as biodegradable in terms of it going back into the system. Thank you.
And the last question is, what is your target production weight per month? What is your target in terms of production per month, per year? And exactly, I am still disturbed on the issue of what my colleague has said, biodegradable material, which you can, and the one which can be reused again.
Okay. All right, clarify on those two.
On the potato varieties, as a company, we have been trained by the Nigerian company, that is a program bracing against climate resilience, and they have, let me say, the varieties are there. The only problem it is cost. The cost is high, but the varieties is there for the potato production, but the cost I must admit is high. Then the other one about the biodegradable materials is like you can use the product, you can use the banana leaves for producing the biodegradable materials, or you can use it, because when you use the banana leaves materials, the moment you use it, then when you are done with using it, it can compost. Then the other one is about the production. Let me say that the business is operational, although it is on a small scale. And currently we do monthly we do around 0.6 tons of potato crisps.
All right, thank you, Mary. Let's give a round of applause to Mary for that wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Collins. Let me get the name right. I want to get your name correct. I'd like to invite Mr. Collins Walucho from Collins Ventures to come and do his presentation. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's encourage him. And Mr. Collins, your time begins now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Walucho Collins. I'm the founder and the CEO of Collins Ventures Limited. Our focus is to really turn potato peelings into prosperity in such a way that we turn potato peelings into poultry and animal feeds. And my question is, where do you take your potato peelings once you are done with peeling those potatoes at home? You throw them away, right? Yes. So we are here to provide a solution to that. And before I continue, we had an entrepreneur here. Was it Richard? You mentioned a lot of goodies to do with potato, but she did not really mention where she takes the waste after doing all that. So our mission is to really create employment to the youth, women, and the smallholder farmers by really sourcing those waste. And also by doing this, we really minimize waste creation by running a circular economy, and that one positively impacts the environment, and as well that creates sustainability. So going forward, so 15 to 40% of potatoes actually end up in landfills, and that one translates to 55 to about 147 million tons to landfills. So we are here to provide a solution by really coming up with feeds from these wastes. So there is a higher need for affordable and sustainable feeds in the poultry sector. And currently we have about 3 million poultry farmers in the country. That is about 50 million birds. And so our solution will actually provide a very sustainable solution to this problem. So what is our model? Our model is very simple. We'll only but source the peelings from the restaurants, from the smallholder farmers, from the institutions. We have got schools doing Irish and everything. So we'll source from them, dry these peelings, crush them, and actually mix them with some nutrients and then package. Then we provide feeds to either livestock farmers or those doing poultry, according to the needs of the users. So then what are we asking? Our humble request is that we are really asking for 5 million. Yes, 5 million. I'm not wrong to ask that. And this is how we are going to spend our ask. High capacity feed mill grinder, purchase the land preparation tractor. Why are we purchasing the tractor? Because we want to walk along with the farmer. We want to assist the farmer to really prepare the land and source these products from the farm and all that. Going forward, there is revenue projections, which I don't want to go much more about it, but I will focus on the impact. The impact is creating job opportunities for the youth, the women, and the smallholder farmers. By doing that, we are not only creating jobs, we are also looking at the sustainability concept. We are looking at creating a greener planet. And apart from that, we are actually having a positive impact to the poultry sector because we are providing affordable and sustainable feeds. The cost of poultry feeds is actually high. So by doing this, converting waste into prosperity, converting waste into feeds, then we'll actually lower the cost of production by about 45%. So I'd like to stop from there, but if I stop, there is also, we work with a team. I'm the founder and the manager. We have Linet Onyango, who is the logistics manager, and we have got the farm manager and the operation, the technical team, who is hosting Wafuru. I'd like to stop from there.
All right, thank you. A round of applause to Collins. You have presented really, really fast. We apologize for the technical hiccups that happened as you presented. I don't know whether our judges got the questions. And those who are outside, we want to close up. So if you're outside, please come in. We want to close the session. We are about to finish. We want to announce the winners. So if you're outside, NPCK team, please help us get people into the auditorium. Our judges, go ahead.
I have a question, a simple one. Good idea where you're recycling the waste to make poultry feeds. I couldn't really see your slides quite well, or they went too fast. Are you going to pellet the final product? I know this is poultry feed, but you can make small granules so that they're easy for packaging.
Yeah, and mine is a follow-up also on that one. Do you have have you benchmarked somewhere where the pills have been used to make animal feed, as she has said, also poultry feed? Because I believe the pills, are they rich in any nutrients? Because definitely the starch bit of it has already been taken by the consumers. Then lastly, you've talked about buying tractors and following up with the farmers, and yet I believe the potato peels are not with the farmers. The potato peels are with the end users, either in hotels or maybe wage huts and things of that kind. So how is the issue of the tractor coming in here?
I want to understand where is the smallholder farmers, where are they coming in? Because you're talking about bills, unless you tell us also you are collecting the remains of the rejected potatoes from the farmers.
Right, so I begin by answering Professor, and for the pellets, so it will depend on the user needs. And also it depends on whether we are actually making feeds for poultry or for pigs or for cows. So it actually relies on the needs of the user. And whether the question of the tractor, why am I bringing in the tractor inside here? But it begins, we get potatoes from the farm. It begins from the farm. It doesn't begin from the restaurants. It begins from the farm. So if we are going to mentor, and actually this one also promotes the scalability concept of my idea, because we are not going to just offer these services to the farmer for free. They'll be paying us, and this will make this project scalable going forward. And also, what makes it even much more unique is that unscalable is the increasing high demand of poultry and the poultry products. About the concept of the smallholder farmer, it all begins from the farm. That will be my answer to that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Collins. Let's give a round of applause to Collins. So we have two more presentations, but they are online. We want to just make sure that they're ready, but even as we get ourselves ready, I'd like to invite Bwana Washira together with Charlene from Smart Foundation to join me on stage. We would like you to have you sign an MOU. We were meant to have done it a little earlier, but we were not ready. So as we put our house together on this, I would like you to sign the MOU for us on stage, and then thereafter we get to proceed. right. In the meantime, DJ, you can give us some music in the background.
A celebration that lasts throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
Alright, so they are finished signing the MOU, a working formula for the two organizations. Thank you so much. Tuonyeshe watu wa kamera, piga hii and put it on the newspaper tomorrow, the first page. Smart Foundation and NPCK on how they'll be working going forward to empower the youth. Thank you so much, the two CEOs.
Alright, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Nelgo Ahmed. I'm the founder and chairperson of Environment for Peace Foundation, which is a youth group here in PC. I want to apologize for not making it there. So today I'll be sharing about strengthening the potato value chain through BSF farming integration. And our project is an integration of potato and BSF farming. For those who don't know BSF farming, which is black soldier fly farming. The problem we are trying to solve is the rising cost of chemical fertilizers and animal feeds, the soil degradation through continuous conventional farming. There is massive organic waste from potato markets that end up polluting the environment. There is youth unemployment, and also poultry farmers who face a lot of difficulty accessing quality feeds. Our solution as Environment for Peace Foundation is to propose an integrated farming model where we are combining farming with black soldier fly farming. We already have a black soldier fly farm which is already in operation, where we have already integrated with poultry farming. We wish to expand for it to include potato farming as an available on the available piece of land. We have an acre of piece of land where we are planning to do that. So how the model is going to work? For the waste from the potato markets and the farms, we're going to feed it to the BSF larvae. Then the BSF larvae are processed into affordable protein for animal feeds. There is frass that is from the that is the residue from the BSF. After the BSF are fed on the waste from potatoes, are going to be used as a natural fertilizer for the potato farms. This creates a loop system that reduces waste and improves potato yield and creates local employment as well. The uniqueness of this proposition is integrates waste recycling, livestock and crop farming. There is reduces in inputs cost through in-house feed and fertilizer. There is organic waste is converted into valuable products. There is hands-on training on agribusiness and support. There's improved productivity and quality of potatoes. Yeah. So for the markets, I'll speak specifically for the Kisii County, where I want to say, from my research and from my research as an organization, we have noticed that potato farming is not as huge, and we are hoping that in the years coming, it is going to be commercialized, and more youth will be sensitized so that they can also join the potato farming industry. So for the Kisii, it's a high and a potential potato production zone with a very good climate for the same. Primary consumers when we are considering are local hotels, schools, hospitals. We have business market days, like in my area. I can talk of markets like Kegogi, we have Kiumbu, we have Isecha, Nakuru. We have local CBOs that we are partnering on other activities, but we have already partnered in terms of poultry farming, so we are also going to engage them in the same. There is urban demand from Kisii town, the surrounding. Our current traction that makes it easier for others is the fact that we already have an existing BSF farm. If you can go down, you will see some of the projects we are doing with the BSF. We have the BSF farm. We have a client base. We have established a viable client base for the BSF love and poultry, and we are going to extend it to potato farming. We also have an existing MOU between Environment Farmers Foundation and the MEST, which is a Micro Enterprise Support Program Trust.
Lamek, if you can hear me, you have 1 minute left.
All right. I'll go ahead to the coast drive. We have BSF infrastructure expansion. We have potato farm setup. We have a training outreach. In terms of impact, we are aiming at economic. We have to reduce the cost and boost the economic incomes for the smallholder farmers. For environmental, we have zero waste farming. For social, we have to equip the youth and the women with entrepreneurship skills. Sustainability. Our sustainability strategy relies on establishment of infrastructure of the ongoing BSF operations, and then there is an MOU between MESEP and also some support that is coming from the FLOCA. We have market linkages from MESEP and the community ownership and engagements. Our ask is 500,000, or that is for scaling the infrastructure that already exists.
Okay.
Launch an organic potato farming on the existing land. Install waste bins for collection, and then conduct training sessions we are targeting 100 youths. Package and market for the organic potatoes.
All right, Lamek, time is up, so we'll allow our judges to ask the questions. So our judges, if you have a question, I believe you can hear us. Please go ahead.
Hello? Oh, okay. He said they're going to plant 1 acre of potato. 1 acre. So it means that you have not yet validated what you plan to do. You're just guessing. I thought we would have had information on the number of farmers in Kisii growing potatoes. So I don't know how you'll be able to scale this activity.
All right, our judge number 2 before he responds.
Yeah, mine also goes to how you can explain to us exactly how will this impact the potato industry, because I was not very sure about the BSF concept, because you have gone so much in the use of the byproducts and how you feed the flies, but it's not coming out clearly how it impacts the potato industry.
All right, Lamek in judge number 3? No. Okay, Lamek in 2 minutes, please respond.
Begin with the first question, which is about the piece of land. We are not really targeting on planting the whole acre of land. As I mentioned, one problem that we are facing from my research is the potato industry in DC is more of people are doing it for self-feeding. We haven't yet commercialized it. So through our collaborations, we hope that we are going to create a more like a chance for this industry to grow in DC. So we are going to start small. That is with the support of the NPCK. And for the next question, our target is more of on moving from conventional farming, which is the use of agrochemists, which are more of polluting the environment. So on the environmental part of it, we are hoping that we are going to move from inorganic to organic fertilizers. That is where we are bringing on board the BSF farming. The BSF will be feeding on the potato, and then the potato first is going to be used in the potato farm.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Lamek. So we will go to our final presenter, that is Celestine Akinyi Vitafla. I don't know whether she's on standby. Great. So please go ahead. You have 7 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Celestine Akinyi, and I'm here with Vitafla. So Kenya produces over 2 million tons of potatoes annually. So this means that potato is the second most important food crop after maize in Kenya. But up to 40% of this harvest is lost post-harvest due to poor storage, low market demand for raw potatoes, and limited value addition. Now farmers are left with unsold produce, leading to low income and food wastage. That is the main problem. At the same time, we know Kenya is facing a growing demand for affordable, nutritious, and versatile food products due to urbanization. So, Vita flour is going to be our solution for the problem. It is a nutritious, gluten-free, and shelf-stable potato flour made from surplus and second-grade potatoes. The flour can be used in baking, porridge, winning foods, and healthy chapati. So this offers a local, affordable alternative to wheat and maize flour. The flour is rich in potassium, fiber, and vitamin C. This supports better health outcomes. So when we turn these perishable potatoes into a value-added product, we are actually reducing food wastage. We are empowering farmers through offtake agreements, and we are meeting the demand for healthy, versatile flour in Kenya's growing urban markets. Now onto the market. We know that the maize and wheat dominate the Kenyan market flour, which is worth over 50 billion annually. But there's the demand for gluten-free and health alternatives is growing, especially among these health-conscious consumers in urban areas. Now, we are over 800,000 smallholder farmers are found in counties like Nakuru, Nyandarua, and Meru. So we find that most of these farmers, their produce is sold raw and cheaply. So here we are tapping into a double-sided market. On the supply side, we are working with farmers to reduce waste and improve income. On the demand side, we are offering nutritious flour to urban retailers, bakeries, and households. Now, this business model is simple and scalable. We are going to procure surplus potatoes and second-grade potatoes directly from farmers at fair prices. We process and package Vita flour into 1 kg into kg bags. We sell the product to urban distributors, supermarkets, bakeries, and also via online platforms. Now, the revenue will be generated from business-to-business partnerships with bakeries and porridge vendors, and also retail sales through agrovets and supermarkets. Now, at a scale, we project a gross margin of 45% with the potential to break even within 12 months of full operation. Okay, so we've already developed a prototype of bitter flour with positive feedback on the taste and the texture. Now, we have engaged with more than 10 potato farmers in Nakuru and Molo, and they are ready to supply. So, we are seeking about 400,000 in funding. This money is going to be used to acquire basic processing equipment like the dryers, the grinders, and the packaging tools. And it's also going to use to conduct CAP certification and branding so that we can get the product out in the market. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You have saved us a few minutes. Thank you so much, Celestine. Our judges, we have 3 judges, and they have questions for you, so I will allow them to go ahead. So our judges, if you have a question, please go ahead.
Celestine, very nice, very clear. I'm just wondering, this gluten-free flour, what is the demand? Because you produced quite a bit of statistics, but you didn't show the demand for gluten-free products in the Kenyan market.
All right.
I beg your pardon.
What is the demand for gluten-free products in the Kenyan market? You have not given us that statistics.
Yeah, and my follow-up is on the same, because I was wondering what is like the market segment for the flour vis-a-vis the tubers. And again, have you done enterprise analysis, especially when you take consideration in the processing, because it's quite a cost? Will you be able to break even?
You are very clear on your presentation. Your idea also is very clear, but Kenyan households are used to maize, millet, and sorghum flour. How will you market your product or change the culture of the community so that they can consume potato flour?
All right, so please go ahead, Celestine.
So, the demand for gluten-free, I don't have the specific statistics, though, because the dietary awareness in Kenya is improving. So people are actually moving into gluten-free products, but I don't have the exact statistics. And then, you're asking if I'll be able, if the idea is profitable, right? So when I've checked and I realized that we can get 10 to 50, we can get 1 kg of, I'm talking about second grade potatoes. These are the potatoes that have been rejected and some that are surplus and the rest that they are small in size, so the farmers don't actually sell them and they go into wastage. So these potatoes, we can get them at about 10 to 15 shillings per kg. And then the processing is at around 50 shillings. So when it is sold as about 100 to 120, we get a gross margin of about 45 to 50%. So if we are operational for 12 months, we're going to meet the break even. Thank you.
There was also a question about how will you change our taste from maize, sorghum, and millet to potatoes.
Oh, so I'm aware that Kenyans, they're used to the maize and millet and sorghum. But then again, we find that potato is currently being consumed in Kenya, though not in the flour. It's not in it's not made from, it's consumed raw, not through flour. But we have conducted research, we have already, we have the potatoes, we have conducted, we use in schools, we have in a bakery. So we have the potato, the bitter flour in the market. So using the prototype, there is a positive feedback on the taste and the texture. People actually like it. So I'm sure as time goes by, it's going to be accepted because it has always been there. It's not something new, it's just in a different form.
All right, thank you so much. Celestine, I really appreciate. So we will give our judges about 10 minutes. Thank you so much. But with me, I have a young man. Wanaremi, I'd like you to introduce yourself and then you pitch your idea. Now, what we will do is I will ask a few people to fund your idea. Whether they will give us a lot of money or not, I will ask a few people to fund. Is that okay? So introduce yourself, the name of your school, which grade you are in, and then you tell us your idea. Karibu.
So you are the chief guest, the CEO and the NPCK and all observed protocol. Good evening. So my name is Remy Kimotai. I'm in Gidega Comprehensive School and I'm in grade 9.
All right, you're in grade 9. Are you part of the 4K club?
Yes.
So what does your group do, the 4K club? What have they done so far?
So as us as 4K club, we have a plot down there. We have already planted some potatoes, and we have planted in school again. We have planted some vegetables.
You planted some vegetables.
Yeah.
So what is the idea that you'd like someone to support you in? You've seen how people are pitching. Just tell us your idea.
So when I grow up, I like to open a certified seed company, and this company will be known as Maxwell Prime Seed Company, certified seed company. So in this seed company, I would like to open this seed company because in this area, people use uncertified seed company. So even if you go to our farms here, you'll find that the crops are unhealthy, they are just in bad condition. But if God will give me this chance to open this seed company, I'll be supplying the certified seeds, and I think the crops will be doing well.
The crops will do well.
Yeah, so that is the reason.
That is the reason.
Yeah, and the importance of this seed, the certified seed, it will increase the farm yield. So the products that the farmer will invest, it will be, maybe it will multiply.
It will multiply.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, it will reduce diseases. Yeah.
Wow.
So that is my idea.
So we have the CEO of NPCK here seated and is listening to you. What would you like him to support you with in your 4K club, or even you as Maxwell Prime? So just ask. He's here. He's listening. In fact, he's put his phone down. He's looking at you. So what is this thing that you want to ask him to support you with? Either Maxwell Prime or the school?
In our school, as the 4K club, we lack some tools. So if you could help us in our school, we have less tools for 4K club, maybe the djembes, the pangas, the slashers. Yes, that's what we need.
That will work well. All right. Would you also like him to visit your school and talk to you and see the projects you guys have done?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, Bwana Wachira, I have volunteered you to buy for them the djembes and the few other things that they've requested to see their vision to go to the next level. But also it would be good for you to visit their school, to just go and motivate them and show them where the opportunity is at, so that even as they grow, they get to see the opportunity and they get to learn from you. And probably they'll be the one holding NPCK in future as partners. You want to say something? All right, great.
I'm happy with the choice of seed. Seed is quite, has a lot of demand, a lot of potential. So we are ready for you.
Thank you.
And the djembes, panga, what else?
And the slashers.
Slashers, yeah, that will be done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Come on, let's give a round of applause for Remy. So Remy, there's also another of our partners who had stepped out when you were presenting. And I know she probably might have a few things to share with you. So what is one ask you'd like to ask Smart Foundation, represented here by the CEO and the other partners, on what your 4K club can benefit from? Oh, you want his presentation again? Why don't you repeat? She's here. She'd like to hear your presentation.
Oh, so My presentation was, when I grow up, I like to open a certified seed company. So this company will be known as Maxwell Prime's Certified Seed Company. I like to open this seed company. This is because in our areas, the crops, if you visit some of the farms here, the crops are unwell or they are in bad condition. They are unhealthy because of such things such as diseases. So if God willing, if I produce these seeds, it will reduce things like diseases and it will increase the farm yields. So it will benefit the farmer at large.
All right. So tell her what you said about your school now. What you're doing in school and the kind of support you would like them to give. Though already Mr. Washira has committed to give you some support.
So as at the 4K Club, we have a plot down there. We have planted some potatoes, and at school we have a farm too. We have planted some vegetables.
All right. So you don't want her to visit your school? One of these days to come and encourage you or send someone?
She may come. She'll come. God willing, she'll come.
All right, great. Let's give a round of applause to young Remy. Come on, let's give him a better round of applause. All right, Remy. So this one? Okay.
Thank you for your presentation, Remy, and for you and all the 4K Club students who came today. I don't know how many they are. The 4K Club.
Quite many.
How many?
We are around 69.
69. Yeah. Okay, we have a very special school bag from Sparks Foundation. It has the message of smart mechanized agriculture and climate action for humanity and sustainability. So in addition to what Mr. Washira will do for you, for all the 4K Club students, we will send them to each have a bag, a school bag.
Thank you very much.
Great. That's a good job, Remy. Is there any other from another school who wants to present? So our results are in. And just before we read the results, I'd like us to get the certificates to the participants. And at this juncture, please allow me to invite the Chief Judge, Dr. Francis, to come and give us the certificates. Kwa hivyo Bwana Francis, karibu sana. Before you read who the top three are. Ki Njehu. Woki, please come and receive your certificate. And then Woki will be followed by Dr. Nancy Gidumbi. Nancy, you're next. And then after that, Boniface Gitau, you'll be next. After Boniface, we'll have Collins Taiti. After Collins, Mary Mutuma. Then we'll have Collins Walucho. All right, so no, we are taking it from this side. So come to this side. I just wanted to make sure we are organized. So you stand there. I'll be reading out the name. Woki Njehu, please come. You will also need to take a photo for you. Photographers, I don't know whether you can get them. All right, wait first. All right, the next one is Dr. Nancy Gidumbi. Dr. Nancy, here's the certificate. Just move pale mbele kidogo. All right, Boniface Gitau. We have Collins Saiti. You've given him to give you. All right. Yeah, he's given you to give him. All right, Mary Mutuma. Then we have Collins Walucho. All right, so Timothy, I'd like all of you to come and take a photo together. right, have we taken that photo, all of us? Let me join the photo actually. Right. One last one. Okay, good. Thank you so much. All right. So now that we have all of them, I'd like to give an opportunity to our chief judge. Tell us how Bomas was going, and whether we have the right results here, or whether we need to invite Deloitte to look at the results.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we were very much impressed with the ideas that came from this crop of youth, and indeed it was even quite challenging to us as to how we can come up with this evaluation. But definitely in any competition there are guidelines, and we strictly follow those guidelines to be able to evaluate these wonderful ideas coming from our dear youth. I want to encourage you that indeed this is just but the starting point. Here is a competition, but it doesn't mean that your idea is bad. Your idea is equally good. And I want to encourage you to pursue that particular idea, even if you don't win a trophy or you don't win this particular competition, but that idea, pursue it. Also work with other partners who are well versed in that particular idea. They will help you to refine it and to make it even more viable. So definitely we were encouraged, and we are encouraging them to continue pursuing those ideas, and we as professionals, we are ready to help them refine those ideas.
All right.
Thank you so much.
So I'd like you to read for me the second runners-up, that is number 3. I want you to give us the moment of truth.
So I'm not changing results here. I'm looking for the paper that I actually gave. I had arranged them very well, but you mixed them up for me. I think I'll get that paper having the results.
All right, as he looks for that form, who thinks they are the winners? All of us. We're all winners in one way or another. Being on this stage is not easy. Yeah.
Where did you put my results, my friend? I gave you a paper clear with my results.
You gave me a paper with the results, and I have run away with it. DJ, give us some background. There we go.
So we have evaluated these wonderful ideas, but we have just zeroed in to the first 3, because definitely all of them all of them has done well. So I will start with the 3rd runners-up, and this is Nancy Gidumbi from Beacon Potato.
All right, let's give a round of applause to Beacon Potato. So I will invite Mr. Washira to come and assist me in giving this too. So this is the trophy. The base is inside the envelope. If we leave it, it will drop down. So congratulations. There we go. Come on, let's give them a round of applause. And then, Mr. Washira, there's still some money that they are also getting that we'd like you to handle. They get to win 20,000 shillings. That is in cash and a lot more in support. So congratulations, Beacon Potato. This is well done. Asante.
Okay.
All right, so please go ahead and read for us the second one.
So the first runners-up, that means this was number 2, is Mzizi Lishe.
Mzizi Lishe, let's give a round of applause to Mzizi Lishe. I'd like to invite Mr. Washira to still help us with this one as well. Mzizi Lishe, Bwana Washira, this is their trophy. There are 2 parts, so just make sure you hold it nicely. And then the check is right here with me. Thank you so much. Let's take the photos. Right, and Mrs. Elisha gets to win 30,000 shillings in cash from the 3 partners. Come on, let's celebrate Mrs. Elisha. She was the first one to pitch, so you can imagine all the jitters. All right, so I'll keep that one for you for a minute. I will not go away with your money. And the number 1 is?
Yeah, before I mention number 1, definitely we were looking at how is this idea relevant to the potato industry. We were looking at how this particular idea is practicable. Is it practicable? Is it feasible? And can this idea be extended to any other person? The third one was on clarity. And then we had confidence, and all of you guys, you are confident in presenting your ideas. Wonderful. Then the last one on the potential for the impact and scalability. So based on this, the idea that convinced us for this particular evaluation was G9 exterminator.
G9 exterminators! Ladies and gentlemen, I will invite Shalu, the CEO of Smart Foundation, to come and help me in handing out this. G9 exterminators. You have exterminated your way to number 1.
The bombastic guy.
Right. Hey, G9! Alright, and this is their money. They have won 50,000 shillings in cash and a lot more in support. Come on, let's give a round of applause to G9 exterminators. Alright.
Some kids, baby.
Let's do one more photo. So I will kindly invite you back. The photographer from CNN is saying she couldn't get all of us. So please just come right at the front. I don't know whether that's where you want. And then all the winners, please join. And the judges can also join. The judges who are there on stage. Congratulations to all the winners. Lishe, Mrs. Elisha, Picon Potato, together with G9 exterminators. Good job on this.
All right, thank you so much. You can show us as you can see, the companies that have been signed on the check, Apachini. We have NPCK, led by our able CEO. We have FIPS, we had Nyambura, we have Smarts Foundation, and we have Agronomy Plus. So as NPCK, we are very grateful to Smart Foundation and Agronomy Plus, led by our MC, hence why I'm here. So NPCK has a small token of appreciation. So Mr. CEO, give me the gift. Yes, so Mr. Washira will hand over the gift bag and the umbrella, so I'll open them. So in the gift bag, remember we just signed an MOU, so Charlene can tell us what we have there. We signed an MOU. It has the logos of NPCK and Smarts Foundation. So we can give a clap. And Charlene goes back to the office. And you know, Charlene, we have the World Potato Congress coming up. Yes. And we'll also gift you this. Let's clap when she's being rained on. When Charlene is being rained on, she'll have this. Asante, we can have the photo. So thank you so much, Charlene. All right. Thank you, Mr. Washira. So Mr. Washira will remain. Charlene, this is yours. Mr. Washira will remain to give our MC. Yes, our MC and also the CEO of Agronomy Plus. Yes, so we can have the clap. We have the gift bag as he's going shopping. I don't know if Mike goes shopping. And the umbrella so that when it's rained on, he can remember NPCK as he shops. So thank you so much. So I'll hand it over to the MC.
Today I'm wearing too many hats. I'm even confused. So we want to do the vote of thanks.
So good evening once more. So first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate the winners that were on the stage right here now. So I'd like to thank I'd like to thank the chief guest, the CEO of NPCK and all the people who came today to give us the support and to come here. So I'd like to thank the CEO of NPCK because you said you'll assist us in our school with the farm tools. And I'd like again to thank I'd like to thank the chief guest who told us again to give us the bags, and we are so grateful. May God bless you and God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So good evening once again. Tumefika mwisho wa siku ya leo, so tunaweza simama tukiomba. Yeah, all of us can stand as we give God thanks. So thank you so much for your participation, to the guest of honor and also our CEO. We appreciate you. Let's believe as we pray. Father in heaven, in Jesus' name, thank you for this hour. Thank you for this evening. You have given us a successful day. The way we prayed in the morning, we asked for your help. We asked for your guidance. We have seen you taking us through, Jehovah God. We thank you for the learnings. We thank you for the new ideas. And we decide, Jehovah God, that when these ideas are implemented, we may get to grow the potato industry. Father Lord, we pray that every plans we have as youths may it come into fulfillment. And Jehovah God, every commitment that we have put in place, may you help us, Jehovah God, to do, and also Jehovah Father God, to make this industry grow and also empower this generation and the upcoming generation. We thank you for the young ones who visited us today. We pray, Jehovah God, that you may also strengthen them in their initiatives. Our Father and our God, we know that tomorrow, 30th of May 2025, as we celebrate the crop, we know that you will help us and you will make things work. We pray for our guests of tomorrow, and we pray for the ones who are traveling back today, Father Lord, that let there be safe travels. Our Father and our God, be glorified in every endeavor that we do this evening, for this is our prayer through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.